I'm going to sneeze. Am I going to sneeze? Is it coming? No? No, I think I'm okay. I think we're all right. Okay, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. This is the beginning of a new set of streams, a new series with Merciless under the belt, sort of, with one complete run, one almost complete run. And man, we were close to that thief. Well, we'll see about Merciless. I've changed the overlays and things. We are sort of in a new series here. So, an expansion came up for Guild Wars 2. It's called Path of Fire. And I usually cover story and stuff. I'm trying to find a way to deliver that story content to you guys. This is a really fun way of making it. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to stream the game. And we're going to focus on story as much as possible. As I stream, I'm going to take notes. I'm going to record footage. And hopefully, by the end of it, we'll have some really good stuff that can go up on YouTube very quickly after. So that's the idea. There's going to be 3 streams a week. And each of these streams will do more of the story. And those will become YouTube videos. So that's the idea. Should be pretty fun. I'm actually going to, for the first time in a long time, I'm going to advertise that we're streaming on YouTube. I'm going to do a video and let people know because if they weren't too into Merciless, and I think a lot of people really did like Merciless, which is very cool. But if they didn't like Merciless, just so that they know that something new is going on. And we'll go to the Nigel Thornberry. We'll go to the Thornberry Potato and... I just did a thing there when I did that voice that I hate other YouTubers and stuff doing, and I don't know why I just did it. There you go. Yeah, we will, we'll do it. So, but before I go with all of that, I want to get some coffee and do some PvP. There will be PvP interspersed with these streams. I'm thinking we'll start with some PvP, we'll end with some PvP, and we'll see how that goes. I haven't PvP'd much the past couple of days, so I feel a bit out of it. And as you guys know, the curse is I'll tank rating whenever I try and stream. But I will stream some ranked PvP. We'll see how we feel about it. We'll play some Fresh Air as always. And, well, as always, I've been playing it maybe a week and a half now, Fresh Air. But there you go. We'll do that and we'll just see how we feel. Should be alright. I've spent an interesting past hour or so trying to clean out my fish tank, which I'm actually really concerned about right now. It feels like I can see that the filter's doing stuff. I just don't know whether it's working very well, which is a shame because I bought the filter maybe a year, 2 years ago now, and it was quite an expensive filter. But the reason one of my original fish died was because of the filtration issue. And it feels like there's just too much. I don't know. Does algae... I should learn more about these topics. But does algae build up when your filter's doing well? Because I feel like there's just loads of that. Anyway, so that's sort of been my morning. I want to go get some coffee, sort some stuff out. We're starting early, as you can tell here. The reason we're starting early is because I don't know how long these kinds of streams are going to do. And I do want to do some PvP as well. So all of that considered, I'm trying to account for that. And I don't want to be sort of ending super late at night. I want to end sort of when we normally end, right? So, yeah. Advertisement poof, didn't know you were a sellout. No, never really understood why you don't advertise all of them. Well, the reason I don't do all of them is because people on YouTube don't like that Twitch exists. And they don't like that I'm on Twitch, generally. So, if I am slow with... And people are just dim. I'm sorry, but people are just a bit dim. So, basically, if I am not making many regular videos, but I'm continuing to stream, people will interpret that as, oh, he's giving up YouTube for Twitch. And that's not true. It's that, frankly, Twitch is piss easy and takes no effort, while YouTube does. And I have much more insecurities about putting out bad YouTube videos than I do about putting out bad streams. So if I'm at a moment where I'm sort of stalled and staggered on various YouTube products, it's still easy to do a stream. That's the truth of it. But people are like, oh, yeah, why do you not do YouTube anymore? And it infuriates me. It's really annoying. So to prevent people even being able to be dim is I just don't tell the YouTube people I'm doing a stream. The streams, like, keeping them consistently going is more for my own peace of mind than any practical gain I get from them. As you guys have seen, I've got maybe 3 or 4 people who regularly donate, and that's fantastic and amazing, but at the end of the day, it's always better to make a YouTube video. That's not a compromise I'm making, but people think it is. So that's why I don't advertise every single stream, because it's just not worth the aggro that I'll get over it. It's the same as when I'm really loving doing a Let's Play. One of the problems I've always had with Let's Plays, when I was doing 10, 10-2, Grimrock, the Tomb Raider games, the earlier Tomb Raiders games, the Bioshock, the very first one I did, the Uncharted stuff I did around Guild Wars 2's launch, all the alternate LP content, the main problem I always have with it is I love it and I create loads of it and I want to put it all out, but I can't because people feel like I'm giving up Guild Wars 2 for it, and they feel like a trade is being made. And it's not that a trade's being made, it might just be that I'm uninspired with Guild Wars 2 at the moment, but it doesn't matter. So you have to, like, pace out, so I have to arbitrarily hold off Let's Play videos that are ready, just so that I can get a Guild Wars 2 one up in the meantime to appease the established audience. And at the end of the day, I sort of have to bow to that will because it's 20k versus 2k, do you know what I mean? So, and in terms of streams, it's like 20k versus, you know, sometimes even only a couple of hundred. So, you know, the balance isn't there. There's no point advertising it. Cole Sluffatar says, did you quit YouTube? Very funny. Thanks for bullying me. So yeah, we will advertise this though. Do you say that but ... well, you do UWP. Thank you, man. All right, okay, so I'm gonna go get some coffee. We'll get the coffee first, and I'm really excited to play more of this Spellbreaker, guys. I really am. The War Beast stuff, we got it going. The only thing I don't like about this set, I think, is it's got chains here, but no chains feature anywhere else on the set. And you'd sort of expect a little bit of chains elsewhere, maybe? But I don't know. This doesn't quite give me this feeling of being in 15k armor from Guild Wars 1, but it's somewhere in the ballpark. So, yeah, I don't know. It should be pretty cool. So we will do that, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go get coffee and start the stream. Then we're going to do a PvP game or two. Then we're going to talk about a Reddit thread. We're going to do a little bit of a spotlight on the community. We'll talk about a Reddit thread. Then what we'll do is we'll announce the stream to the world and we'll start the actual Path of Fire thing, okay? So that's what we'll do. Utah says it looks a bit like the Warrior Eye of the North armor. Maybe a bit. I can't really remember what that looks like, to be honest. But my comment wasn't really about aesthetics. It was about sort of its place in the game in terms of acquisition and sort of that sort of feeling, you know? So yeah, I will be back. I'm going to check on the fish as well in this brief moment that I've been talking to you guys to make sure they haven't died. And yeah, it should be lots of fun. Yeah, I'll tell people on Discord, Twitter, and so forth. Definitely YouTube today, though. All right, so I'll see you guys in just a moment. We're back to the regular intro, not the badass, merciless intro, the regular intro. So let's do it. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Hello, 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 hello. I've got coffee, so all is right with the world. Someone said, I can't remember. Let me scroll up. Somebody asked a good question about potato cams. What is this? Where is it? I can't remember. Somebody asked. I don't know where you are. I'm sorry, but I did see the question. Oh, there you go. Ben. It was Ben ages ago. Ben Lubar, do any of the potato cams have coffee? None of them do, no. No. Coffee wasn't really a thing when I made these, and nobody's ever submitted a fan cam to do with coffee, as far as I remember. We've had one with, like, whiskey or something, but not coffee. So, yeah. WP, this sounds like a YouTube video, says Kosliftar. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, the Twitch, it's still me. I'm the same person, so you're gonna get similar stuff on YouTube as on Twitch, I guess. The big difference, I guess, is Twitch is a lot more ad hoc, and has no preparation. Just vague ideas that I then execute on the fly. Well, YouTube, I actually care a bit more about that, so... But you're gonna get similar stuff, right? We're gonna discuss similar things, because it's not like a front I put on. I am interested in what I'm interested in. So yeah, are Twitch lotteries considered gambling? YouTube in 3 months, really? Is that gonna be the thing? Hello, Dead Zealot, it's good to see you. You woke up early, did you? Is this early for you? All right, well, it's good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Hey, Zeth. You're also here at a good time. I can see that. By the way, Bulls Charge, Sight Beyond Sight, Wastrels is a ton of fun on Warrior. Sight Beyond Sight, why? And Wastrels? What do you mean? Are you talking about Dagger Offhand, or is there a utility? We could definitely run that. Question, WP, would you expect one of the future updates may contain the load/save build template similar to Guild Wars 1? I know this may be one of the most asked questions, but for each new expansion they add more, I feel like this feature would add positively to the quality of life. Would I expect it? Do I want it? Yes. Does the community want it? Yes. Do I have actually a ton of ideas about how they could go further with it? Yes. So then it just comes down to, do we expect it? I expect, I'm extremely sure, I'd be very confident that the devs have looked into the feasibility of it and the practicality of it. I'm sure that they've attempted it. Whether they found an implementation that is satisfactory to them, or whether they will ever find an implementation that is satisfactory to them, that I'm not sure about. And so that harms my expectations. And a lot of you guys might be thinking, yeah, well, the community made them. Yeah, but the way that the community does it might not line up with the way that ArenaNet would want to do it in terms of storing data and, I don't know, implementing it on a broad scale across lots of different systems, and having it fully ironed out so that it won't bug, and so that it's not fiddly to use, and so that it's as intuitive as possible, and all of these different things. Maybe finding ways to monetize it, which I absolutely fucking think they should do, by the way. You may be getting deja vu right now. It might be very similar to before mounts came out, and I said mounts might be interesting, and if they do, they can monetize it, and everybody nodded their head and said, yeah. So who wants to contest me on that? Who's going to whinge when they release build templates and then they actually monetize it? Because I can feel like there's going to be, that's going to happen. Yeah, no, I think it would be really good, but can they actually 100% get it going well? Maybe the answer to that is no. I don't know. Because it's been quite a few years now. Who knows? Maybe it was something they started looking into after the expansion came out. Maybe it's something they'll try to sell the next expansion on. I actually think it's more of a live update to the game. But yeah. Tomoji, good to see you. Same, you just woke up 15 minutes ago. But again, back to just the general point. Yeah, I think build templates would be amazing. I think cosmetic loadouts would be amazing. I think all of that stuff would be incredible. So, yeah. You're watching me on a plane? Zert Slip Screed, you're watching me on a plane. Dude, that's cool. Tell me, Zert Slip Screed, I hope he's still here and he's not just tuned out immediately. Tell me where you're going to, where you're coming from, and who's like sitting around you, man. What? Tell me this. The person sat next to you, first tell me what they look like and whatnot, but tell me what they're watching on the on-flight entertainment. If it's not Moana, then they're doing it wrong. Don't they charge per megabyte? Should you drink your third cup of coffee today? Conundrums of the modern world. Wow. That sounds pretty interesting. Dagger offhand, guaranteed crit, guaranteed 2 times if the enemy doesn't have a break bar or something. How does Sight Beyond Sight... I know how it guarantees you a crit, but how does it guarantee you'll get the double damage thing. And by the way, I don't need to guarantee a crit via that, because we can get to like 90% crit chance anyway. And I'm happy to take actually it's like 91% crit chance. I'm happy to take the 9% chance I won't crit and save a utility skill. Build templates is on the quality of life list, and if I'm not wrong, it's one of the top priorities. What makes you say that, Rain Pumpkin? What, is there a public thing? I don't think there is there? That would be huge for me to have missed. Hey, I just got here. Have you played through any of the expansion yet? No, we're not even scheduled to for a little bit. On stream, I mean, but privately, I've played loads of it. Not even privately, I've publicly talked about it and played loads of it as well. On stream, we've already played through all the metas and stuff, except the last one, which we failed and then never went back to. Was doing some PvP yesterday and you ran across a guy in map chat running hammer, mace, shield, warrior. What do you think about that combination? Was doing some PvP. I think nobody really runs it at the moment. I don't think it's particularly strong, is it? I mean, you play quite a lot. You're the get coop that's... Are you the coop that plays PvP? I think you are, aren't you? But I don't really understand too much about warrior. I would assume that you can probably chain more damage and mitigation and stuff running other sets at this point. Thematically, I really like that idea, hammer, mace, shield. It seems like it should be like ultra disruptive. Hammer, mace, shield, spellbreaker would be the ultimate disruption spellbreaker, wouldn't it? But at the end of the day, you can run GS and be pretty okay. Gives you more mobility. It gives you... The thing is with Greatsword at the moment, with Rush evading you, does they do that in PvP? But the 3 as well, and just the movement that it affords you, it's almost like just as defensive as Mace Shield, but it gives you more to work with in terms of damage and rotation ability. So it's like, why would you ever run Mace Shield? You could run Greatsword instead. That's sort of how I feel about it at the moment. The CC feels so much fun. Yeah, I could imagine doing that and then maybe like annulment or something to like guarantee that you'll land your skull crack or some shit. That would be kind of funny. Bull's charge guarantees the 2 times damage. That's fair. Okay, well, Zeph, if you're talking about PvP running all that, I probably wouldn't do that either. I think like resistance is a must on your utilities. I think endure pain is a must on your utilities, and then that probably just leaves 1 to play around with. Yeah, great. I get warriors being bored of Greatsword. I do. I just think in terms of actual raw capability, Greatsword's probably the way to go. I'm not actually a warrior player. That's just my hunch about it. So you don't have to think too deeply about what I'm saying there. All right. So anyway, so let's get these games done before people start expecting too much. As I said a second ago, I want to do my daily queue. I want to get 1 win. This could be really bad. I don't know why, but I'm really nervous about this. I think it's because of the one game yesterday where I was just getting camped by that like, and I don't want to be too rude about the thief or whatever, but Christ. So we'll see how this goes. It's just, and it's only 2 losses in a row, but they've been such massive number hits that it's just frustrating. But we'll see what we've got here. So we'll grab this. Donation? What on earth? Hey, WP, it's been a while since my last donation, so I thought it was about time for another one. 4 hours ago. This is the first I've logged into the game today. Plus, since you got me back into PvP, the gold is just flowing in. Look, I'm not lying, guys. It's true. The gold will flow in. I'm currently playing Boon Share Chrono, which is working really well. You know what I really wanted to do? What I thought of the other day? I want someone to make a PvP montage doing just silly combos. Make no attempt to justify them properly. Don't act like it's meta or it's effective, but just show silly combos. So do you remember I did on the stream, we had Vapor Form and I went through the Scourge portal. I'd want someone to do a montage where a part of it features that, but really effective. So you do like maybe 10 Qs with a mate, and he's on Scourge and you're on like a Fresh Air Ellie or whatever the fuck you want, and you deliberately bail out of a mid-fight using that portal after the Ellie's dead and he vapors through and you res him. That would just be one small clip in the montage, and then you go to the next and you just show off fun, weird combos like that. And one thing I'd want people to do, now that Alacrity is a boon and it's on Plasma, I would want people to show a Burst Ellie running Bountiful Power, roaming with a Ranger who gives them Plasma. Because what that means is if you pick up the Plasma that the Ranger gives you, what that means is you get something like 26% more damage on everything you do after you pop the Plasma. So you'd eat Plasma, with this Grandmaster, and you would do insane damage. Imagine that on friggin' Colosseum when you've got the sword at the same time. It would be hilarious. It would be so funny. And it's too limited to actually be good, but it's a fun little combo, yeah? So then you just show it, and then you go to another one. You show giving plasma to a Signet of Inspiration Mesmer, who pops Signet of Inspiration after consuming plasma and gives everyone at a mid-fight every boon in the game. I just think shit like that would be funny, and you just do that, and then you go to another fun little combo. You show a combo of 2 Deadeyes that just both Death's Judgment at the same time from the perfect 1500 range or something. I actually was playing this build like 2-3 days ago, and I was not in Discord. I was not duo queuing. I can't duo queue anyway. And but the game matched me with the Deadeye, and I didn't know the Deadeye. They were playing a reasonably competent Deadeye with a rifle, and he dropped Shadow Refuge after we won like a point. We were on Legacy, right? He dropped Shadow Refuge after we had won one of the side nodes. And so we both rotated in, and I just walked into the Shadow Refuge, because, hey, it's a Shadow Refuge, I'll take that for free. So we both end up walking up to mid, stealthed from Shadow Refuge. And there's a Firebrand standing alone on the point, and he doesn't know we're coming because we've been in Shadow Refuge. The stealth is about to run out, and we are both cognitively aware that the stealth is about to run out at the same point. So I think, well, I'll burst him, I'll move in, and I'll go close. So I use my Fresh Air Burst, just a simple plasma beam into air attunement. He uses whatever, probably just like the Rifle 3 or some shit with a mark on the guy. And we both just naturally do this as our stealth runs out. But what it means is a completely unformally communicated instant global on the Firebrand from max health to 0, just like such perfect timing. He just instantly went downstate, and the best thing about it was, to me, that was a fairly natural play. That was just, you know, we walked into the Shadow Refuge, we just did our damage as we came out, but that was it. There was nothing crazy about it, really. But the result was this beautiful, like, swish burst where he was on the ledge, and we instantly killed this Firebrand. And what was so fun about it, I didn't even really think about it, but what's so fun is the Firebrand, like, raged in chat afterwards. He, like, called us gays and stuff. He was like, oh, these guys, they're in Discord, blah, blah, blah. And it made me laugh really loud. And what made me laugh even more was when the game ends in PvP, once the game is over, you can see who was partnered with who was duo queued. And this guy was absolutely emphatically 100% confident that we had duo queued together. And we were in Discord, and, you know, all this had gone on. Me and the Deadeye had said nothing. We hadn't communicated in map chat or anything. So the game ends, and this Firebrand's obviously looking for confirmation that we duo queued and didn't get it. And he just typed in, like, map chat. I think he typed this. I think he typed, like, ugh. And that was it. And then left. And it was just so funny. The rage made it so good. So, hold on to your points. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see what we got here. I want to turn down my audio because it's going to echo, and I don't want it to echo. Right, this is actually not too bad me standing here because I don't want to go flying at mid because they'll focus me and kill me. So, Hollow is the target. I'm going to push forward. He's on rocket boots, probably running SD. We were just out of range of that. Well, no, we were in range, but we were... Okay, so one of our guys just got dunked immediately. He's probably playing Berserker. That's not a good sign. This is a full Signet Reaper. Hello, NA, during off-peak. So we got a Guardian on us. We got this kill. He's Shadow Step Stomping. That was a waste of a cooldown, in my opinion, but fine. So this guy's not going to get off of me. I really need to either burst him or get some help from some allies. So he's going to jump in on me, and I'm going to PvE him. PvEing him is referring to cleaving him against the wall with that. I didn't get any luck with any of my crits there. So we dodged the thing. I'm probably dead. This guy needs to just retarget, seriously. If I can get back onto the thing, we might have the kill. So if you're ready... He's in renewed focus. Oh, 3% health. I'm fucked now. I can't do anything. Okay, he's down, which is good. But I think I've got a Hollow chasing me. Oh, this Mesmer is terrible. Here, this rotation was purely defensive. I couldn't do anything. I wasn't going to push into enemy territory. This is gross. So our Necro had no awareness of what was going on. He's going to die. He's going to get zerged down. Yeah, this is awful. I think this is a loss. Everyone dying constantly. Can't believe we're dying to a full Signet Necro. So he's back. He knows he can kill me as well. So we're going to come up here. There are several jumping puzzles we can do to avoid no blink here. So it depends how bad this guy is. Oh, it's so frustrating because I don't really have the pressure to follow up. So we come up on this one as well. We got hit by the focus. This isn't very good. This guy's going to have no awareness. He's just going to rotate away. I'm going to ping him, but he's not going to notice. The Guardian couldn't even get up to me. Oh, he did notice because I pinged him. Just do some damage, man. He's got no cooldowns. Why are you going for res? What are you doing? Kill! Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. Should I ping? If he dies now, I'll be fuming. I'll vapor closer over. That's fine. So, like, this is at least, even though this is terrible and an instant loss, you've seen some nice little things that you can do here. With the terrain. We're out of this, which is great. Can he kill him now, please? Look at this. Look at this guy free casting on us at our spawn and completely unpunished. So I'm going to drop swirls so that his focus, his scepter can't really do anything. So we're going to kill him now with the Gale. And we'll do that. He's so squishy. He's Zerk. If we got ever so slightly more lucky on any of the 3 burst engagements we had on him, with like 1 more crit, he would have died on all of those. You can global these Guardians. But, yeah. So this is really frustrating because we've got a Ranger. This Thief's going to jump me. Too late. He's another Conduit Thief. So, we're dead. No, we're not. We get away. Just about get away. He's going to come in again. So, we're going to Obsy Flesh and we're going to burst him. If he comes all the way. So, you ready? He's got his Venoms up. He might flee again. Yeah, my team is like... I can't actually describe to you guys... how bad this is. So we can probably kill him. Yeah, we got him. The problem is everyone's playing really glassy stuff, and unless you're good at the game, you can't play glassy stuff, so they're just able to insta-camp us. I'm not actually concerned with this. I can kill this guy. This is alright, but not with the Guardian on me as well. So again, we need to kite away. I'm just going to go max speed here so that he can't just chase me. We got mid because we've managed to snowball a little bit because they've started dying, but... probably not too much. I'm going to play PvP until I get my 1 win and get my dailies done. And if that means I tank down to gold before that happens, then I tank down to gold before that happens. So here we can actually have some awareness, you see. When we look at our friends, we can save their lives. He was in shelter and I was out of range. So shelter is actually a key cooldown for me to block. So I'm going to stand on this so he can't use anything to get back to me. He's not even looking at me. He's going towards my Necro. We got this guy. I think that I'm going to ignore the Guardian because I don't think he's seen that I'm here. I think he's just zerging. No, he has seen that I'm here. That's annoying. Don't know how much to respect these players. So we're going to use Obsy Flesh at the last possible moment so we don't get hit with the focus. This Mesmer's actually doing something, but now I've been jumped by the Thief again. He's playing easy mode. Honestly, the Thief should have camped me a lot more in this game. I'm going to start running Renewal, because I think when I stream, people play these sort of builds to counter me, which is fair. Yeah, this is, by the way, you might be like, how have we now got 1 node and 2 newts? It's because the game is so glassy. So it's like, it can go one way or another very, very quickly, because none of these are going to be consistent kills on either side, right? Because everybody's playing very glassy, and they're not actually going to do very well with them. So, when people get caught unaware... I'll make sure that he wins this because I don't have any confidence that he's going to. Realistically, I think he should. Okay. Like, I can't... You'll notice another thing. I can't actually get anywhere away from my base without being jumped by this Guardian or by this Thief. Look, we're basically being spawn camped here. I blinked the wrong way. We might kill him anyway. Ready? Yeah, we got him. Like, he's not moving very fast. We kind of have to swirl and push these down, by the way, because these thieves do tons of damage with poison in the down state. There I made a mistake because I put myself into a vulnerable position, and I never made that jump. They've taken the bazaar from you. So, there the stun was really bad timing, to be honest, because what we wanted to do was reflect his sword too. He jumped down. This is hilarious. So we're going to cover with swirls here again to defend against sword stuff and make sure we stand out of the thing. But I mean, frankly, he started with me a lot lower, so I can't do anything really. We could have blinked away and counterburst him, but... This is the gold rank police. You're coming with us, says Neok. I mean, this is a really gross game. This is way more... This is about 100 times more annoying than yesterday's. But it's not too bad. WP, can you zoom out the minimap? What, like this? Actually, now that you get to see it so big on stream, sure. Farpoint doesn't matter to me too much at the moment because they're obviously constantly in our territory. It's at the point now where as I come out of spawn, I'm like rotating slowly. What is he doing? Just because I think that they might still be around. It's really, really, really bad game. So let's see. I mean, look at this. This is insane. Like, what has this guy done? Who has he been killing? I mean, wow. So we'll play again. I want it done. We're falling quick here. 3 losses in a row. How's the expansion? It's really, really, really good, man. It's the best expansion Guild Wars 2's had. I mean, there's only been 2, but it's like leagues. I'll tell you, here's another way of describing it. It's the best update that Guild Wars has had. Because so much of what comes into Guild Wars 2 has got nothing to do with expansions. It's just the best update.
Searing flesh from bone.
It's really, really good. Hey, WP, what are some of your other favorite PvP builds, good or not? That's a really good question, man. I really enjoyed playing Hollow, though all the streams I did on Hollow, I played trash, and it wasn't really very entertaining, I think. Sword Mirage before the patch was, like... It was fun, but I think it was only fun because it was so strong. Generally, I really like fast builds. A few seasons ago, I was actually playing a bit of DP Thief, and I really was quite entertained by that. I've tried a little bit of Deadeye this past week. But I'm bad at it, and in Unranked, I think I'll probably really enjoy Deadeye when I get good at it. I talked about that a little bit on yesterday's stream. That's Rifle Deadeye, sorry, not PP. PP's probably a bit too brain dead for me. God, that sounded really arrogant, didn't it? It's just, there's not much going on with PP, that's what I mean. What else do I like? I've never liked really any Bruise rebuild. I've never enjoyed playing Hambo. I never enjoyed playing Spirit Ranger. I never enjoyed playing Selly, Ellie. I skipped a lot of the Heart of Thorn stuff where a lot of that was going on. I really enjoyed supporting on Firebrand, but that, again, might just be... No, I like supporting. Firebrand's obviously OP, but I like supporting on Firebrand. But it's also kind of a frustrating to build to play because you're a little bit more reliant on your team to sort of push correct engagements and know when to let you go to the team fight and they stay behind kind of thing. So that can be a little bit frustrating about it, but playing supports is lots of fun. I like pretty much anything in PvP as long as it's not like super sustainy and tanky. I don't think I enjoy the kind of the 1v1 builds too much. It probably speaks to my skill actually, but the really long attritive battles where you only slowly win because you grind them down and you make more consistently correct plays, like mechanical plays, I don't really enjoy too much. And that might just be because I'm worse at the game than most people. It could just be that. But, yeah, I'll swap to Ether Renewal in a second, because obviously I'm not going to queue into another fucking Cancer Thief. What's my guys, what's everyone's bet on the next Legendary? Probably, well, I want it to be Scepter, so I can run Binding of Ipos plus the Scepter on this character. I'd love to do that. I think that'd be really, really cool. Yeah, Chrono's doing alright-ish in PvP at the moment. Some people really swear by it. I haven't seen it be super effective myself yet, but it could just be NA. Apparently it's all over the place on EU. I don't know how to judge it just yet because I've not played it. I love playing Mesmer as well, just in general. Anytime you're running Portal. But Chrono's amazing at the game, yeah. In before another sword. It won't be another sword, man. It won't be. PP is a little bit less brain dead than 333, but when I say it's brain dead, I mean it doesn't have enough plays. It doesn't, like... I don't know. Like, what was really fun about DP Thief is you can do a lot to actually support your team on it. I know people think of it as, like, a very aggressive thing, but there's a lot of stuff like cleansing people and giving them dodges and giving them Bassy and stealthing them at key moments. I don't know, it's pretty fucking cool. It is cool. So that's kind of, that's what I mean by there's more play to it. You wish they had a flare as a scepter? Oh, a flail scepter. That would be cool. That would be cool. It's like a flail, yeah. There's been no melee scepter build in the game just yet, though. Imagine if they do that for an elite spec. Then it would work perfectly. So yeah, let me just scroll up and see what else. Hey, Potato, what kind of character did I make? I made a, look, the matchmaking shit itself now because it knows it's sort of struggling a bit probably with the population and the quality of player that's around at the moment. What kind of character did I make? We're going to be playing as a Spellbreaker. We did that yesterday's stream. That's what we're going to be playing.
Swift and steady.
Yeah, let's make that a little bit bigger there. Let's do that. Opinion on Axe Mirage in PvP? I think it was, as far as I can see, Axe, it's really aggressive. To me, it was never anywhere remotely as good as Sword. The fact that when I was queuing as a Sword Mirage, this is pre-patch, right? But when I was queuing as a Sword Mirage, the fact that I could fairly consistently win 1v1s against Axe Mirages, that said it all to me. If the Sword Mirage can consistently beat the Axe Mirages, it might just be the quality of player, I don't know. But if I could consistently beat them on a weapon that allowed me to rotate about 30 times faster than them, then Sword was obviously the runaway winner by a long, long, long way. Sometimes, yeah, don't get me wrong, I would lose to an Axe Mirage, sometimes. But, that would be because I don't have key cooldowns up, or, you know, I make an obvious mistake. But the fact that if I play perfectly, I've got a pretty reasonable chance to win a 1v1, and the Sword lets me move around the map at light speed, I think Sword was just way better. I don't know what the balance is like now, now that a lot of the Condi stuff's been reshuffled. And they've changed a lot of it, but yeah, that's sort of my feeling. Cherry says you probably want to change your stream name if you're going to be playing PvP. No, I don't, because the majority of the stream is going to be PvE. I don't care about changing it in the interim. We could be out already, but we lost the game, so we'll play another one. I'm opening with PvP, and I'll probably close with some PvP as well. Has anyone tried Renegade PvP post-patch? As far as I can tell from the patch notes, there was nothing that offered Renegade and PvP anything. There was nothing, so I don't really see why you're thinking it's better now, suddenly. The only variety of Rev that's remotely worth anything are the Power Revs. Oh, okay, so maybe what, if you run like a Power Renegade or some shit? I don't know. We'll go Colosseum here. What is running on the screen in the background? Oh, that's the trailer for the first campaign addition to Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars Factions. That's what that is. And it's my favorite CGI cutscene that they've ever released. Not just because it looked really good and beautiful and intriguing, and it was, you know, of a decent CGI quality, but also, it perfectly respected the lore. It was really good. If you look at the Prophecies trailer, it's got like some artistic and interesting sort of things vaguely representing maybe what Guild Wars might-ish look like, but really it's got nothing to do with the story, and it's like a bit of nonsense. So let's see here. This warrior that was on my team, this bad, well, okay, I don't want to call people bad. Let me, it was just a weird game, let's put it that way. So the Necro was on my team last time, I think. The warrior was on my team last time. I don't see any of those thieves, so I'm going to run Glyph. I don't really recognize a lot of what's going on here, so we'll just see how it goes. We'll just see, as the tanking continues. Kylo should be pretty fun. There's some things we can do with the terrain here. So we'll see how that do. Okay, Fresh, still PvP and saying story and stream title. Did you forget to change it? No, Cherry, I just told you. I don't care about changing it because we're not going to be in PvP for that long. It's not worth it, man. I'm not changing it for 10 minutes of stuff. You might think it's a good idea. I don't know, so I'm not going to do it. It's not important. Renegade got some short bow buffs, but it didn't do enough to make it worthwhile. Also, yeah, I mean, Carla is... There's a difference, though. Saying playing Renegade in PvP is not the same as saying Carla in PvP. There is a slight difference there. Certainly Carla is terrible. So I'm a bit grossed out by this. I would rather my Mesmer take close. But he probably thinks I'm like a more bruisery, sustainy weaver. This is bad. I have to instantly give up this node if I get pushed by this. I don't know actually. Yeah, by the Ranger obviously. If the Ranger pushes, then they just get it for free. The Warriors, I'll take a 1v1. Windmill's pretty open. No, it's okay. They never punish this. So this is good. I can now jump up and hit this Scourge who thinks he's safe. I should have kept rolling swiftness. This guy got hit pretty hard and I see no Signet. Let's see what we're looking at here, shall we? He actually... I don't want to use Lightning Flash aggressively here either because I'm going to need to bail out if this goes really shit. which I think it might. Oh my god, what is this going on this node? Okay, so... Oh, are they supported? Are they supported, or had he just not used his heal yet? We're going to stack a couple of immobes so that he can't get anywhere while we just try and nail this down. Sort of wasted our thing. So this comes down to FGS pressure now, if I can counter the rally. We can maybe get this guy down. Oh, he's so squishy. We got 2 down. We got the wall here as well, so this is pretty good. We got another 10k there. Oh, come on! Come on! They don't deserve this! They don't deserve this! They don't deserve this! This is bullshit. They got the rally. We almost just solo double killed them, just FYI. So the warrior that contributed to that there is doing that. Nobody even popped his balanced stance, so my Gale to get him away actually gave him uncritableness, which meant I couldn't even counter burst, so we were fucked in both ways there. I don't know what my team did at that mid fight. I'm not sure what any of the contributions were. So I'm happy to 2v1 this quickly. This guy's rotating in, making this a +2, which is bad. I'm going to immediately counter that so that we don't get absolutely dicked on the rest of the map by it. We can actually probably push this Scourge on the road here. Good, the Scourge isn't playing aggressively enough. Yeah, I wasn't convinced by him yesterday. This Scourge could have killed me there. All he had to do was move into me. So, he doesn't get the rally. We can take decap, unless this warrior... Yeah, we couldn't get decap or anything either. We have to move now. We're going to blind just in case. He's got no resist. They're both chasing me. Oh, I rolled past Earth. Why does that always happen on stream, man? Oh, I made the jump anyway. It's fine. So I'm in front of their spawn now, but I don't think any of them are dead. This is another loss, so there's going to be even more PvP. Probably this is a loss. Let's see what he does. Is he still watching me? He might still be watching me. Yeah, he's standing AFK on his close as a warrior. So that's fine. What's going on here? We can kill the Necro again. Maybe get a rally. This is good. They don't have any awareness. They're not going to give him the save. We have blind. I was scared that that poison field was his for a second. Of course, that was impossible, though. He was on cooldown. So warrior's still salty. We can just walk away from him, though. Where was that stun? Oh my god, he's running Mage Bane, which is like hell for me to deal with, by the way. So here I've got decisions. More super speed or Obsy Flesh and super speed. I went the Obsy Flesh and super speed. If they just chase me around the map, in theory, if my team has any kind of competency, so we immobed him during Rampage. He hit us with the rock, but we instantly stun broke it because, oh god. So we immob him again. But we instantly stun broke because of our passive. He hits us with another rock. More blinds. He's got resistance with it. I played that bad. I could have moved away much better. So like I said, if my team has any competency, if I'm just being chased around all game by multiple people, we should be fine. This guy's really slow though. He said don't run. Cherry says, sorry, I must have refreshed when you were talking to me. Yeah, no worries, dude. So they did actually score double cap here. But they're going to collapse on both these and get... Oh, no, they actually scored a kill over here. Well done. Well fucking done. Are they going to rally that? Look at their health, though. I think they're going to lose both of these fights before we can get and contribute to either. We'll see what we got here. So this warrior is just running around constantly. Can we pull off a play on the Scourge? Probably. God, he's got no awareness of anything that's happening. Oh, I didn't get to Earth in time, so we didn't refresh the attunement with our thing. It's still fine, though. Mark's all on top of him. Oh my god, what an early fear. Holy shit. Alright, the early fear actually was a play. I can't believe it. So I'm getting shot now by druids, so we reflect him. Or maybe Soul Beast. He was super squishy, wasn't he? We can take Newt again. No, we can't, because he's still looking at us. Everyone's just dead all the time. What are my opportunities? Got the other warrior following me now. Oh god, come on, man. Get around the corner. Oh, he's down. Well done. Somebody is doing something. And they're so preoccupied with fighting me that they're going to get the kill. Good. Alright, we can turn this now. Is somebody trebbing? Somebody's What is NA right now? What's going on? What is going on? Hello? Oh, the Treb plays! Oh, wait. It doesn't do anything to endure pain. We have to drop down here. Phoenix doesn't actually land on that, which is really annoying. He rotated out, I think, versus Treb. But it saved him from the Phoenix as well. So what happened here? This Necro's still low. So we can hold him in that immob and just back him up because I don't want him to... That's fine. We're going to blink behind him if we have to. Oh, he's such an easy pick in. I'm probably going to... We're going to dodge the fear because he did it. What? What? Why? Who? Why? This man Mesmer, why? Who killed you, bro? Oh, come on. How didn't that kill him either? Wow. I'm not even going to plasma beam that. Oh, God, there's 2 of them. Oh, I'm dead to the warrior now. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. He's probably going to follow me. Oh, my God. Come on, this lag, man. I obviously fleshed that. I obviously fleshed that. Yeah, we did get full damage down there. That's kind of funny. Sandshrouds can't be targeted, do 100% more damage than renegade things. Well, look, I don't actually agree with homogenizing the whole thing. I don't agree with keeping it all the same. I should probably actually counterburst that warrior, because he's running some weird skills. Not this warrior, the other warrior is the one. Actually, look at, they're both fucking... He's actually playing against Treb. What year is this? This is cool. I'll let him go do that. Look, I gave him to you on half health, man. So, let's see. Is he going to rotate off? Alright, fine. We'll just kill this guy first. So we're going to wait. We're not going to attack him through the spectral armor because I don't care about giving him more life force after that barrier wears off. And that's the other thing, right? Like, what is the point of fighting some temporary barrier that gives him life force in the meantime? So I'm going to dare to rot this. So we blind the early fear. I'm going to dare to rot this. I'm also going to line of sight him with that. Oh. Here we go. Oh. It's okay. We might have it. We might have it. Oh my God, he's got injured pain up. Wasn't that the guy? No, okay, my rot was a bad idea. My rot was a bad idea. I should have known. I should have known that there would be no opportunity for that. He's running birds. He's running a birds. He's like a pet. He's like a beastmaster. That's why he's dying fast. I don't, by the way, you know how much I hate pets? I don't actually mind beastmasters. I don't mind the birds. Let me put it that way. The birds are fine. So he's in shield stance. Who's capping this? I actually probably think I can kill that warrior if it's me engaging on him instead of him engaging on me. But so we're gonna... I'm not pressuring enough here. Let's kill this guy. Random. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna blind and swell so he can't cleanse his blind. So that this guy has secure stomp. All he has to do is press F. Didn't need anything else. Unless he gets feared by someone else. We just, so that guy's dead. So we retargeted the plasma beam in the middle there. I'm going to kill this to get the rally on the Mesmer. Oh, no, the Mesmer's at the other engagement. Oh, we actually got the kill on the warrior while cleaving down the necro body. We can actually win these engagements if people just don't sort of play really silly. We've already killed him. It's just too little too late, unfortunately. 400 points. If we get a good kill, if this guy won his 1v1, we might have been in this game, but he didn't. Let's see how good this warrior actually is, shall we? We're going to open with FGS. That guy's not watching. Okay, so fine. We'll take this. So far, signs do not point to the warrior being any good. Band stance is up. That's fine. So we got Newt. That was a really crucial Newt. I now need to go help over on this node because we're already outnumbering that enough. That dodge was really silly of me. And we want to hit some of these necros on the roads if we can. So he's already recapping mid. I have to kill the necro in mids, which, by the way, isn't actually easy. If he plays well, he'll... No, he's not even looking in the right places. Okay, that's fine, as long as he's not full capping. If we're actually playing for the win, this is the play here, and we have to have some trust that someone else on our team can do something. So here we just wait a second. Oh, how did that fear take me all the way off? All right, it's fine. We'll still kill him. We'll wait for this barrier to end. What's he regenerating with? So, this is pretty bad, actually. He got the cap. This is actually really bad. That fear was, like, brutal. I'm probably dead now. Like I said, if he actually hits me, I'm probably dead. Yeah. What? How did a star... How? He star auto'd me through that? Wow. He killed me with a staff auto through that. I don't believe it. He might have just made a really fucking dumb mistake if I can get the emobe. Please let me get the emobe. Please let me get the emobe. Oh, yeah, baby. Now another teammate needs to come in and compensate for my mistake. So we got Newt. What do I think about Scourge? Yeah, I was never even particularly salty about Scourges. I just think it's the visual noise. Yeah, that was pretty gross. That fear pushing me off. What the idea was going to be, get the second burst follow up while in Obsi Flesh. Me doing that's put too much pressure on the rest of the team. If I'd won that, we could have come over here. This was a winnable game. Let's see what this warrior is like. So we have to he has to get off the node to aggress me, which means he can't. So he's got balanced stance. Okay, I have to get on the node because he's not. So good play from him actually there, I think. But he's bad and overly squishy. So we have to, fuck. That's really annoying. I made a mistake. I'll tell you what the mistake was in a second. This guy's super squishy as well. Oh, this is, I have no blind, by the way, so he can, okay, fine. So my mistake there, I had the reflect up to avoid the hammer, but then I sort of shat myself because the ranger was coming in and I was like, oh, I need safe stomp from the ranger. So I panic used obsidian flesh, which would make me invulnerable and make sure it goes through. Now, I didn't want to use obsidian flesh because then the downstate body caps the node, because when you're invulnerable, you can't contest the node. And we didn't want them to get the node. Them having any points was really bad. So I didn't want to Obsi Flesh, but I did it anyway just to secure the safe stomp. But then, as I pressed Obsi Flesh, I realized that the only stun he had on me, the only way that that ranger could have stopped it in time, because none of his pets were close enough or anything, was the longbow 4, which also, like the hammer, was also a reflectable thing. So the second I pressed Obsi Flesh, I realized I gave up the node for free. And normally that wouldn't be a big mistake because we could recap, but on a clutch game like that, well, it wasn't a clutch game, but when you're back to the wall, you have to really be careful about stuff like that. So I kind of messed up. He wasn't going to CC us anyway. That ranger was also like unbelievably squishy. Bad games, bad games. I mean, we basically 2v1'd over there, sort of ish, at the node at the end. But it means we play another. This is... Oh, come on. I was top 10 at the start of this. Fuck's sake. We'll do another one. But yeah, some interesting little plays, I guess, to see there. One particularly bad engagement from a Necro. One lag death. Otherwise, I think I played alright. Dealt a duff hand again by the matchmaking, so... What else can I say?
Swift and steady.
Fresh Air Weaver lose 1 versus Necro, what the fuck? It's pretty common if the Necro plays well, if they're very aggressive. The reason me losing that 1v1 isn't really anything to be ashamed of. I don't think anyway. Well, it is something to be ashamed of, but only because the Necromancer's clearly got no attention span and let me get an initial burst. There's some shame in that, but you being a salty prick in chat like is sort of irrelevant. You don't actually know what you're talking about. When do I think episode 2 will release? I'm hoping for a trailer on Tuesday. I'm hoping for a trailer. That should be pretty good. I was actually quite expecting one last Tuesday. Hello, Elif. Welcome. I hope to see you there. Episode should be Tuesday 27th. Are we doing one more? No, I just want a win. That's all I want. I want one win. I said that from the start. I said I would tank all the way to the gold if I had to get my one win. That's all I care about. Yeah, being a salty prick in chat is something to be ashamed of. Yeah, I think that's fair. Is the cam live? I'm afraid to say it's all a trick, and it's not actually live. No, it's not live. How good is mobility to reset cooldowns or waste enemy cooldowns? Most people, aside from thieves, just go in. What do you mean? You're saying you're low on cooldowns and putting a lot of mobility on your build so you can peel out of a fight, get your cooldowns back and re-engage? Dude, that's like the essence of playing, you know, anything better than a mediocre level. Being able to peel out of a fight is, like, crucial. So mobility is one of the most important things you can have in the game. Extremely, extremely important. You PvP'd tomorrow all night and you got to 48%. Is that a 2% improvement on your old win rate? The camera's live. It is totally live, guys. Speaking of, it seems the Path of Fire lore is a bit wishy-washy. Do you think they can improve the lore in the future? Also, how do you think they should improve it? I think what you said there is a little bit like nebulous. I'm not really sure what people mean when they say lore at this point. Lore to me is world building, is backstory, is setting establishment. And I actually think that it's descriptive not just of tangible factoids about a fantasy setting. It's about how it's implemented too. Like when we your sentence there, it almost sort of encompasses delivery of lore too, doesn't it? And I actually think that Path of Fire does very well with that, with all the little bits of flavor text, particularly episode 1 giving us the book UI. All of those little things I think are actually really important and nice. However, as far as the main story goes, I think there are some wishy-washy justifications for what happened in the main story. I think Balthazar was mishandled. I think that there are some small execution moments that were mishandled too. I think like this discussion on some of the moments of should a cutscene have been used or not. I think some of the cutscenes should have been used that they chose to cull away in the end, but I respect the impulse of having as few cutscenes as possible. So I don't know, I think there's a lot of different parts of this to deal with. Like the library instance, the Cormier library instance, what we got there you could describe as wishy-washy in terms of the facts of what was delivered and the facts of what the devs were going for. That, I believe, was wishy-washy, but the execution of the instance was incredible. Wasn't that like one of the strongest story beats we've ever seen in this franchise? It was seriously where you enter the library and it's all like bright white and then it culls away and you slowly get to see it and the music comes in and the flying books in the background. Wasn't that seriously one of the strongest things they've ever presented to us? I believe so. So, you know, it's a bit of one hand, a bit of the other. If the accusation is that Path of Fire wasn't perfect, then I wholeheartedly agree, but I'm not sure how important that is. Yeah. I don't know. These streams will go into the highlights and the lowlights. You're super disappointed. They were so desperate to pry the God lore out of Guild Wars 2 that they hit the ejector seat. Party Hack GLaDOS, I don't really... why is that comment on my stream right here in 2018? Let me ask you that. Why are you saying that right now? Why are you acting as though that started with Path of Fire? Because that didn't start with Path of Fire. That started in 2012. That started in 2008 with the movement of the world and the decision to have 5 races and the moving away of the gods. That started actually... I tell a lie. That started in 2007? With Guild Wars Nightfall, where the, extra Exodus happened right at the end of the story, where they said, this is your world now. That's not a Guild Wars... That's not a Path of Fire thing. That's not a Guild Wars 2 thing. That's a Nightfall thing. The ejector suit was hit a long time ago. I just don't think you realise that. And in terms of, the gods are sort of still a part of the setting, but they're not taking a prominent role, Path of Fire didn't change that at all. If anything, Path of Fire improved that, and Season 3 improved that, because we got a god in the game. We had a god. We hadn't had a god in Season 2. We hadn't had a god in Heart of Thorns. We hadn't had a god in Season 1. We hadn't had a god in 2012. We hadn't had a god in Eye of the North. We hadn't had a god in any of the Beyond campaigns, like Winds of Change or Hearts of the North or Warring Cry. We didn't have gods in any of that. Path of Fire gave us a god. It improved on that thing. Just because the established status quo was sustained, but they shed a little bit more light on that. I'm not sure that that's hitting the ejector seat, is it? I think people really misunderstand this franchise. I really do. Alright, so what have we got? Another loss? Let's have a look. I mean, I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. I really don't. We'll just play and see what we got. We'll just play. Well, we've got a raid that's in the underworld at the moment. We haven't had anything like that since... Oh, part of the story went to the Domain of the Lost. We haven't had any stuff like that since Nightfall. So what ejector seat exactly has been hit? So, by the way, I've talked about this kite spot many times. If you have super speed, if you're even halfway good at jump dodging, that you guys should learn it. However, I will point out something that's come to my attention a little bit more as I've played a bit more lately. This is sort of overshadowed for one big reason, right? So I'll just quickly describe. I've got 30 seconds to do it. We're in the mid-fight. We're in a glassy build. We're scared of getting pressured. Actually, it's better if you're on the red team, if you're Char side. We're getting pressured, and we want to kite somewhere. This is quite far away. Especially if you don't have a blink available, you're going to have to come up this staircase to get there. Now, here's the funny thing. Instead of being at this really tricky jump, there's actually a very good no blink spot right here. And no kite spot here. And even better, if you have super speed or any jump dodge capability, if somebody comes here to pressure you in melee, you can actually jump back up here in combat. And for them to get back to you, they're probably going to miss that jump. They're going to land down here, and then they're going to have to run all the way around, and you get opportunities again. So actually, that little jump that I was talking about there overshadows the tower one in a few ways. It depends how confident you are in your ability, in your enemy's ability to pull off jumps. And you can actually chain the two together. So if they make the first jump, you can chain it into the next. So all I can do is play as well as possible. So let's see. We're just watching, making sure to see what the crosses are. So the Guardian easily pushed the line. He's out of position. All we have to do is counter him now. We've got through his focus already. We immob him. He's in renewed focus already. That's fine. This Necro is not pressuring anywhere near as hard as I'd expect him to be. So we're going to kill him now. Oh my god. What is with these Guardians surviving on like nothing? So big res is coming in. They got a good fear this time. He's focusing me. I need to push away. Hey, I got 3 burning there from a fear. What does that mean he's running? I'm not sure. Mesmer died close. Me bailing out of mid was probably a bad idea. I'll take decap and go back. Hopefully they've not all wiped at that point. Basically what happened here is the dream for the Druid. He goes close, he caps, he comes up, he search and rescues and swings a team fight. That's like the dream for the Druid. So this is pretty frustrating because I can't really do anything about this engagement. We'll try and knock him down mid-sword. That was actually pretty nice. So he's already signated. This is good for us. He's already signated. This means he has lower toughness for the rest of the fight. But incoming Necro, because he has the luxury to do that. Look, he's a PvE Necro. This is hilarious. But also makes him a little bit more scary. So we can probably kill him out of bounds now. Because the Druid's going to come take the recap. We dodged the torch, which was really nice. We need to keep distance, though. I don't have thingy. Look at that 10 torment. Hilarious. Alright, we don't have weakness. No, he's not still chasing. I was going to stun Plasma Beam, and we were going to win that there. He stopped chasing for a second. That's hilarious. Alright. He made an okay play there. We got free cap mid because they zerged back to me. That's good. Ranger just got his signet back as I come to burst. He didn't realise though, so that's fine. Oh my god, yeah, that's fine. He did have blind anyway. Was that a focus blind? What's? Oh no, he's a ranger. He's Condi Ranger. Okay, so here we CC, Dragon's Tooth, Phoenix. Oh, and it all goes perfect. Oh snap! He's against a tree. Oh come on, move. No! That's too fast, Arena. The rezzing shit in this game is too fast at the moment. Fuck's sake, that would have been so good. It's fine. Okay, so that's a double down, and so I fucked up here. Oh my god, all these reses. He's down again. Who was the down state? What happened there? More reses go, and oh my god, he rallied? He rallied on Mesmer. Great. So I'm really concerned about this now. Too much support in there. I'm not going to be able to do anything. Can maybe pick this guy off because he moved away from his support. Depends on a few things. Necro's still free casting on me from fresh from PvE. We kill him now. That's fine though. Okay, it was a worm. It was a worm. The worm actually give me the crit for Christ's sake. Okay, that's fine. So we blind the fear. I saw a projectile come at me from behind and I proper shat myself. So this guy loses versus Druid, but the Druid's low. I kill him after the death goes through, which is beautiful. He's a soul beast actually. Okay, that's good. I don't have blind to cover this. Respawning Necro concerns me a little bit, so we have to do this fast. We blind perfectly. He never covered it. We never even lost the node, which is good. So Necro's going to come in. I'm going to aggress him really hard and really fast on the node here. He's going to respawn and come through this gate. Just recapping the node a little bit before I do so. Checking to the right to make sure that nobody's dropping it. There's the Necro. Guardian's here as well, so I take the burst. I move to the tree so that the Guardian can't blink up to me. Guardian's not even interested. How is he getting marks on me from there? Okay, so Torch can't be line of sighted. I'm 15 Torment. I'm dead. I fucking hate that Torch can't be line of sighted. It's really shit. So we come up here. He might try and... Well, he can't do anything here. I'm actually quite proud of getting onto this branch. This isn't an easy branch to get to. I'll take self-res because I think he's bad enough that he won't come. He's going to try and use, like, Judge's Intervention Hammer. You just saw it. You just saw it. That's fucking funny. He's coming over now. Give me the res. Give me the res. Please give me the res. Move. To get off the node and res. Get off the node and res. Come on. Decap isn't that important. You're going to lose the 1v1. We both know you are. It's too late now. Oh, we're gonna lose again. This is so annoying. Oh. Christ's sake. You hate that Torch can't be LOS, but you can. I say the reason it's not hypocrisy. I say it should be one way or the other. I think if they have that in their kit, and if the devs are embracing that, then they should have put it in some other intelligent places. And I think that this build deserves some. So this is an interesting engagement. I don't know whether I want this 2v2, but they are both low, so we'll try and take this Hammer Guard. So I never galed in Shelter. He's already renewed focus. We'll see what this Mesmer offers, but he has to offer something. He's offered nothing. I'm dead already. That's actually really bad play from me there, dying like that. Have I had this Mesmer every game? I feel like I've had a bad, sort of a rough Mesmer each game. This is good because he's not taking res. I can't believe we're losing to this Necro every time. So I'm actually going to go for the burst on the Necro because I know I can cleave through the Guardian at the same time. Where did the stealth come from? What? He didn't stealth. He, oh shit, he wormed to mid. That's really funny. He actually managed to use the worm to get to mid, and it was the downstate ability on... Oh my god, I'm playing so bad. Oh my god, I didn't even have the right target. Fuck's sake. He's going to rally unless I get this immediately.
The waterfall is yours.
Good. Alright, we got double rally with that. We swing that mid-fight with that. That's really good. Take that kill. I'm going to hold res here and hope that they can get that. Please do something with your lives. Maybe I should have gone burst. I don't know. We didn't swing this mid-fight because the two players that were dead already just instantly redowned. I can't aggress him up there. And I can't really contribute anywhere else. I can take an Obsi Flesh res, but that's it. And I need support from the other guy to do this. Good. He actually gave it to me, so that's good. So we can try and take this. I see no Signet or anything, but he's gonna... I don't have Reflect or anything, so I have to blow some pretty big defensives. Oh, he's on Greatsword. That's funny.
I'm bleeding.
Okay, that's fine. He's Soul Beast, so we don't have to be concerned about him. Let's go back. They're actually still alive, which is cool, but I don't think for much longer. We'll go for the Phoenix up the stairs. Come on, let me cast it, man. I'm pretty sick of this. I'm pretty sick of these guys surviving on nothing. Renewed focus again. Fuck's sake. He's gonna jump on me now. Yeah, I'm probably dead. This was dumb. I've made two pretty big misplays here. But there's just no opportunities. I don't want to be the one going in first. It's not fair to call it hitting the ejector seat. Is it not fair to call it a hit in the ejector seat when the devs seem to want to draw a line under the gods topic? No, because the ejector seat suggests that it's like something sudden that's just happened. I don't deny that they want to move away from the god thing. I'm saying that that's not anything new. I'm saying that's not an ejector seat. That's what Guild Wars is and has been for ages. And if anything, there's more evidence to say that they don't want to fully move away from it because we've had contemporary plot that doesn't do so. I don't know how he got that. He was blind. Oh, he must have covered. It's because I'm thinking about lore. With just autos, because he's not projectile-based downstate, obviously. So, didn't even need the plasma beam there, which is good. I should be camping this guy so hard. This again was a winnable game. I don't know. Am I playing bad? I might be playing bad. So we'll see how quickly he signets on this one. I would anticipate it like now. He's on swords, so that's not... Oh my god, and now he's out of range. I need to take this plus way quicker. I could have aggressed him harder, it's just I was expecting the Signet to come up. Guardian's going to jump me, so I'm looking... I guess tree again is where we go. Fucking... Necro's going to get me. I'm in a bad position here. So this is where we decide if the Mesmer's good. If the Mesmer's good, he leaves the fight. If he's what I think he is, he's going to stay there and die. Ready? We're watching minimap. This is all we're doing. Instant shield stance. I can't really do anything here, but it's this node, which is good. I can just super speed around and kite him. So, what happened with the Mesmer there, guys? What happened with the Mesmer? The Mesmer could have come to me and we could have took a fight there, but instead I get burst by them if they snowball because he died alone up there. So it's another loss. What did I say at the start of this stream that I knew it was going to feel bad?
You've captured the quarry.
So this is obviously lost. There's nothing we can do. They're proper raging. Let's see what they're saying in chat here. Hold on. I guess I will actually do something here. He keeps pushing this. Is he actually doing anything in this engagement? Is he actually doing anything? Have we seen him score a kill here? On the Druid 1v1? We just saw a decap, which is okay. I mean, this is literally a repeat of what happened a second ago.
You lost the graveyard.
I should just leave him there. I shouldn't be 2v1 in this Druid for fucking hours.
You've lost the quarry.
I see so little pressure coming from the Mesmer. Yeah, and now we get plussed. It's okay, because I kept my defensives this time. Guardian's just going to come at me again. I shouldn't have come here. I should have moved up here to avoid the next blinking. Top damage kills. I mean, when I get top damage, it always sort of says something. We've literally lost all of Plat 2 this stream. We've dropped completely out of Plat 2 this stream. Give us lore about the PvP match or Riot. I don't know whether you realise where you are, Royal, but saying or Riot doesn't mean anything to me. Check my subs. Okay, also, let's have a look here. Sorry. We're going to get our 1 win, guys. Let's see. The devs don't want to reveal the gods because the gods don't want to be revealed. Respect the gods. No, I mean, listen, I'm a player that cares about god lore as well. I like the idea of getting more god lore. I really do. And I like, but I also appreciate it's a very tricky thing to do because sometimes there are aspects of a franchise that you're excited by because they're mysterious. And to preserve that excitement, you kind of have to you have to give people the information that they want. But you have to do it in such a way that mystery is preserved because that's what was fun about it. So you kind of fall into like this issue that Lost had, where it's like you present a resolution to a mystery that just establishes more mystery. And in the end, you're sort of still in square one, and the community will never stop asking for it or whatever. And I think we got a little bit more, and it feels like the devs are still setting more God stuff up. If the Lissa stuff ends up paying off, if this idea of what they're doing now that they've even left the Mist stuff pays off, I think that they're setting a little bit more up. Again, it just doesn't feel like an ejector seat to me, that's all. Why is the camera jittering? Because because I have Parkinson's. Because I was holding it. It was a handheld recording, that's all. Any tips for Hollow in PvP? Hollow's sort of one of those classes where you have to learn it depends what variant you're running, but you have to learn... no, I think it's not necessarily too different in gameplay to a lot of the builds, sort of melee, slam dunk sort of characters. You have to learn when your aggression is important. The one thing that I sort of realized that I wasn't utilizing well enough was the 3. Like, precasting the skill 3 to make sure you've got a dick ton of might before you then use your other stuff, you'll really feel the difference. It took me quite a few games before I really started realizing, holy shit, this is important. This is really important, getting this 3 down. Because you'll win a lot of your fights through that aggression. So yeah, I guess that's a little tip for you on Hollow. Yeah, the Parkinson's joke was a bit... You want stories that delve into the history and interactions of the races. All this magic mumbo-jumbo is too archetype to me, no matter how much ArenaNet puts its own twist on things. Yeah, I mean, there's kind of an idea of very high fantasy and broad and deep lore. And then there's an idea of sort of more tangible, sort of grounded, low fantasy, just sort of political and race interaction and stuff like that. And I think that the franchise just needs a balance of both. I think that the sort of high fantasy god epic stuff feels a lot more interesting and potent when it's shouldered in by lots of other sort of more tangible, grounded stuff. So I think that they need a mix, and if anything, more of the other stuff. Like, I want more stuff just to do with the Norn and to do with the Asura and how they view life on the surface and stuff like that. I probably want that more than I want more God information, probably. You've heard bots can reach platinum these days. I don't think I've ever seen a bot in PvP. It's more of just an insult that people throw to one another. I'm actually a bit depressed right now. I'm actually a bit annoyed with this. Guild Wars 1 always gave me the feeling that magic was leaving, that the world was somehow tarnished. It made a good contrast to actual grand scale events. I mean, the number of things that contribute to the aesthetic of a game and sort of the tone of a game is huge. Like Guild Wars 1, just through the lack of having particularly too many massive shiny skins, felt... In some ways, Guild Wars 1 feels much more traditional fantasy, but it also feels more sort of low fantasy at the same time. Like Guild Wars 1, if you think about like wandering around in the northern Shiver Peaks with the dwarves wandering around and like the kind of architecture you see there and the Dolyak pulled carts and stuff, it feels pretty typical fantasy, right? Like, in some ways, the stuff involving the dwarves, and especially around some of the prophecies areas, with the, just a variety of the things that you'd see back there, they feel more like World of Warcrafty than Guild Wars 2's ever felt. But in a lot of ways, Guild Wars 2's felt a lot more lighthearted and sort of, fluffy than Guild Wars 1 did. So, I mean, there's a lot of different avenues and things going on with it. So, yeah. I don't know. So we can see what he's running here. So he's Berserker Amulet, by the way. And he's not Condi, so I'll stay on Glyph, which is good. I agree about wanting more low fantasy stuff. I could care less about the gods in the game. I want a Norn-focused story so bad. Look, we're going to do this in downstate. You ready? No, we're not. Yes, we are! Oh, so close. We almost did. So this is pretty easy now. We know that this guy's going to be horny for us right at the start of mid, so we can just play a little bit defensive. And with the right timing on stuff, depends how bad he is, we can kill him very easily. If he's really good, then we'll struggle in this game. But it depends. I'd like a win, please. I'm a returning player, and I was wondering if there's any way to power level to 80 efficiently. Yeah, you can use the tome that they give you for free by buying an expansion. I don't think that's not what I'd recommend, by the way, but there you go. Have you finished the Dwarven Weapons of PF? I heard good things. Yeah, I basically did the entire quest, but I didn't have, like, skimmer level... the final level of it or whatever, so in the final room I couldn't get the last thing, so I haven't actually finished it, technically. But I spent many hours in there. It's probably one of the highlights of the whole expansion for me. So we just watch. We hope that some of these guys have got the confidence to move up. This is going to be a shit mid-fight, by the way. So Necro at the back is the main target. There's a Soul Beast free casting in. I've not unloaded it. Oh my god, how was that out of range? I've not unloaded enough pressure. They're already down. We're swelling because the Soul Beast intimidates me. Thief can't get up to us when he comes from close. He's on the far side of the node right now. There's an Axe Mirage we can kill if they just do anything to him. He moved himself in range. I'm going to FGS that. Please, some pressure. Oh, they did it. They actually did it. This is alright. This is okay. This looks good. Warrior's even a kill now. Oh, he's got thingy. This is fine. So they got a res, but it cost them so much in health to do that. And the res that they picked up is super low. I'm going to double tap fire here. Oh, that was actually a nice little movement there. He's dead. That's fine. I can't believe how much I've been on FGS this fight. We can probably kill this warrior when he comes down as well. Ready? Oh, full counter. That was nice. It's okay. We can plasma beam that down now. Scourge is super low too, and he's not going to reset, so it's probably a kill. Quick. So somebody asked me yesterday why in an active fight I never took the full cap. That is the reason why. What did that Scourge do? He left his team to... I'm not capping that node. They're rotating away, but I'm deliberately doing this. It looks really dumb, but I'm not going to give them the idea that I'm actually appropriate for that. So Thief, Soul Beast, I'm alright with this. If I stand on this, the Thief can't jump me. In the swells, the guy can't kill me. So we can take this. I've got Reflects coming as well in a second. Disco's just fleeing, which is good. So... Oh, I rolled out of Earth again. Pretty annoying. He's on his Signet, so we kill him in a second. Ready? With the Lightning Flash. Oh, the double dodge. What a bitch. I'm now well out of position and I deserve to die. This is my bad. Maybe we can get Earth? I keep rolling past. He's dead, but that was me being dimwit by aggressing their spawn after their own respawn. That was just... In fact, that was textbook shitness. That was textbook shit tier gameplay there. I won mid, got greedy, and went far and died on respawns. That's like textbook. But, I mean, they're all easy kills, so I don't know. I understand how I got baited into that. But, yeah, if I didn't rotate through Earth, I could have got my Reflex, and that would have been a lot more safe. I probably wouldn't have even died. I would have seen the Mesmer and would have been in a stronger position. But these double taps while I'm streaming are pretty bad. This is pretty good, though. I'm quite confident that we can get a win. Because we're actually... If you look on my respawn here, there's fights established. And I can just sort of rotate in and do things. So I can pick off this warrior really quickly. As soon as his resist ends, our Necro scares the head out of him. We'll see if he has... Actually, I'm not even going to bait the balance stance. Oh, endure pain. Random endure pain right as I came in. Well, maybe it wasn't random. Thief is a big concern right now. So we're going to blink over to this and we're going to come up. It's a 2v2. And when I'm fairly comfortable, we'll be okay in. So Warrior's got like nothing. We need to aggress this. Oh my god, he didn't even pop his other one. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, so he's dead. It depends if we get this before he gets stomped. Okay, they rallied him. They rezzed him. Well done. Yay, people are playing well. Alright, that's fine. I can leave now. So we won that. I'll take sword and we'll go for a big push on mid. Actually, I'm not going to take sword. I want this Soul Beast dead, who's fighting our Necro. I don't know how well the Necro will do against him, but I know I can explode him. So we'll take this, then we'll go sword. This is more important. So we do that. The Axe Mirage is also going to be on our Scourge, so we're going to stay as well here just for a second here. So that's the correct one. I'll ping him for my team so that they know. We'll immob him, kill him. So that's them dead as well. Did I just see the Thief there? I don't think so. So Warrior's just crossing again and pushing. Thief's taken sword. So because I'm going to get the sword buff, I'm actually really comfortable with this. And I'm hoping that the Thief will plus me when after he's got the sword. Also, this is happening so quick. I don't really care about this getting neutered. I'm not going to hold this anyway. This is happening so quick that I doubt his 50% health endure pain trait is up again. So he's fleeing. I can just stand on this and take the recap until our Thief comes in. Oh, I think our Thief got blown up by theirs. So this is like pretty comfortable. I can keep this new Soul Beast is coming in, so now I need to flee. He's going to have insane range, so... this isn't a 2v2 I'm too confident in, but if we can get the quick kill there, he's got thingy up, and he just reflected some of my stuff. Signet's about to end. He signeted so quick. So quick. It wasn't even power pressure. He was really taking there. So I'm not actually rotting this, but I'm going to DPS it down. So we got the warrior back. Again, this full cap's like a bit meh, because it doesn't mean anything. I have to get off the node. If he just aggresses me though, if he doesn't even want decap, this is really good. I'm really happy with this. So we'll take the double tap for Phoenix if we want it. I'm fine with this. We're in a winning position. This is a situation where the node is important. There we go. And now the Scourge is in. And he knows he's... Oh, that leap. I think Spellbreaker would be a lot weaker if it was just slightly slower with its movement. I'll leave the Scourge. We'll see how much we can trust the Scourge, shall we?
The Colosseum's artifacts are accruing power.
Let's see. We'll probably do better at saving this Thief over here. Oh, they plucked him and everything. I fucked up. I should have stopped him neuting that. We might not be able to save this. Yeah, we couldn't.
You've captured Dragon.
The Thief's not actually been on me at all this game. He might finally retarget to me in a second. He might just, I don't know. He might be concerned about us. We'll do it this way. We'll stay for Obsi Flesh. They got the kill in mid. That's good. So I've got the luxury of doing this. He jumped in again while I was still on Obsi Flesh. He's out of his cooldowns now. Panic. Oh, I think he is new. I think he is new. That shadow step. It's okay, man. Don't worry about it. Nobody was watching that. Nobody was watching that. Yeah, so the game gave us an easy win. Nobody was watching that. Don't be mean about that Thief, guys. I'll take swords again because I have the luxury now. To be honest, I could have played anything. I've not been really doing very well. 7 kills, 1 death. What was my death? Oh yeah, aggressing their spawn.
Blue team has obtained an artifact.
Alright, so what is this? These like triple dodges are hilarious, so we don't even need to worry about stomp on this one because we have swords, so we can just immediately walk away.
You've lost Dragon.
I guess I'll come up here. Contribute. Oh, the thief's back.
Blue team has obtained an artifact.
Oh, he did it again, bro. Bro, you want to stop doing that? Pro tip, stop doing that. Oh, God. Oh, my days. I think he's out of dodges again. Oh, bless him. Let's go for the warrior now. There's Endure. He's condied to fuck. Alright, easy peasy. What's this kill? What happened over here? What's this going on? He's actually self-resin as well. 1500 range Arcane Blast! Oh, too late. I could have. I just want to point out my honor there. That I could have you abused what I believe is a skill bug. By double tapping air attunement to keep him in combat. But I did not. Which makes me an honorable man. We can ignore the fact that we would have won anyway. Yeah, the PvP section's over. I mean, how fun is it watching me on a lost streak anyway? We'll abuse it now. Ready? Ready? Oh, come on, come on. Give this to me. Yeah, baby! Shh, 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 shh. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I'm just defending. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know. I don't know what killed him. That's really weird. That was really weird. Alright, there we go. We got our one win. It's PvE time, baby. No reports. Okay, we never got fully kicked out. How did I get 11 rating for that game? What is this potato face? What's wrong with it? Look, don't report me. It's balanced. Listen, if it doesn't say 900 range on it, which it doesn't. Oh, it does, actually. It does say 900 range. Okay. Alright. That's not even the cheese. There's some really cheesy kills you can get with that.
Swift and steady.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much rating at the moment. Valen, have you actually queued since you got number 1? Oh, Maverick might pinch it from you. Alright, okay, so yeah, there you go. It's amazing how much that swings my mood, even though that was a win on a plate. Okay, so, I just wanted to talk, just before we get into the stream proper now, with our glorious war beast, over here. Oh, Naru beat you and then you played one more. Oh, I see. Okay. That makes sense. Then Naru played again and lost. Rip. Yeah. That's crushing defeat there. Crazy Trip says, I just don't know what's going on. What do you mean? What was not going on? What do you want me to describe there? The thing I was joking about is there's a bug with one of the Ellie abilities right now, or traits, which means it has infinite range, even though it should only have 900. So I hit the thief to put myself in combat with a 1500 range skill. And then I used the bug to hit him twice more, and I killed him with the 2 things. Which was really dirty and really gross, and they were losing anyway, and he's obviously new to Thief, and kind of humiliated himself a little bit on the stream already, so it was really unfair. It was a horrible bully play, and I'm a twat. That's what I was joking about. I don't know what else you were missing. Alright, okay, so, yeah, Reddit. I wanted to talk a little bit about a Reddit thread and see what you guys thought of this, because this was one of the cringiest Reddit threads I've read in a while. Now, there were pros and there were cons all over it. What's my game graphics settings? Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm on Ultra at the moment, but I don't have reshade set up at the moment. So I kind of almost feel like this is a bit premature. I was going to do it last night and I didn't in the end. I actually ended up playing Minecraft Revolution from the Feed the Beast launcher, which was kind of funny. But yeah, so I kind of want to set this up again. Look at my old presets, find where they are and do that. But I guess episode 1 will just sort of have the low quality footage and whatnot. But yeah, the Reddit thing I wanted to talk about. Someone made a really tacky meme and it provoked so much like garbage discussion. I wanted to see what you guys think about it. Now, I'm not going to actually have it on screen here. Here, it's currently the top upvoted thread at 1,000 upvotes. So, so it's by Noxy. It's sort of a meme. It's a joke. I finally found it after all the years. The Scroll of Truth, Guild Wars 2 is actually doing well. It's very active, one of the best MMOs around, and the devs actually try to do their bests. And then the final panel of the comic is a guy throwing the scroll of truth away and saying, no, I don't believe this. I don't want to believe this, right? So it's a memey, low-tier, shitpost joke about the idea that, hey, Guild Wars 2 is really good, but people are entrenched in old opinions. It's got 1,000 upvotes, which is quite a lot for the subreddit in this state outside of a release. So those upvotes can be interpreted as people saying, yeah, Guild Wars 2 is good. Yeah, you should try it. It's improved, whatever. Positivity, right? Which obviously isn't too bad. I don't deny that the post itself is kind of low rate or whatever. But, you know, I think the impulse behind it's nice. There's not too much discussion that comes from that. That's my opinion of this thread. What's your opinion of this thread, guys? I'll post a link to it in chat. What's your immediate reaction here with that? So that's kind of the start. But then what gets really interesting is the discussion. Because there's so much, like, blatant, outrageous salt in the discussion that is really highly upvoted. And it starts with Charakayu's comment. So I'm going to read out a response to this. And it's not that I necessarily disagree with Charakayu. Because I agree with both sides. But it's sort of lunacy when you get into some of the commentary that goes on here. So this is what Charakayu's response is. It says this. This is my favourite straw man. A lot of people who quit and remain absent from Guild Wars 2, veterans of Guild Wars 1 included, these people left and haven't come back, not because they think the game is bad or dead, but because they fundamentally dislike or disagree with the systemic design of the game and decided they want to play other things more to their taste. Every few months we get another one of these threads where people complain about how everyone on MMORPG or our games is biased against Guild Wars 2 and about how these people don't understand how the game's actually doing these days. Then you go and actually read those threads on those subreddits and it's like one or two people who said they'd quit at launch because they were bored, and then when someone tells them how well it's doing now, they say, oh, okay, maybe I'll try it. Then the other 30 posters in the thread are engaging in comprehensive discussion about why the game's lack of horizontal progression, insistent on removing strict role identity, and replacement of in-game rewards with a fair but pervasive monetization system led them to not hold their interests. All of which are conversations Guild Wars 2 itself does have, but only when they're in a content drought and are super irritable. But take a popular poster, 2-minute edit to a meme, and a common attack on those people, whoever they are, who prefer not to play the game, and you've got instant karma. So that's what Charakayu says. So I actually agree with Charakayu to a great extent. I do think it's a straw man that the post is proposing, but I don't think it's a dangerous or offensive or rude straw man, because again, straw men argue for phantoms. So what does it matter who? This is just I think the impulse. I think while he's correct, the impulse of Charakayu's message is like all wrong and unnecessary. Also, I'll take issue with something else here. Charakayu proposes an argument here that it is reasonable to not like Guild Wars 2 because, and I quote, it has an insistence on removing strict role identity, it lacks horizontal progression, and that it has a replacement of in-game rewards with fair but pervasive monetization systems, the gem store. Those 3 points, I actually disagree on all three. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't think the game lacks horizontal progression systems. I think it lacks vertical progression systems. I think it has incredible horizontal progression. What more horizontal progression can you want than thousands of different achievements and skins and, collections and specializations and classes to go for? There's tons of horizontal progression. There's tons, and as more expansions come out, there'll only be more, and masteries. Horizontal progression is the name of the game, and it does it extremely well. It doesn't have a lack of it. It has a lack of vertical progression. It has a lack of gear treadmilling, which absolutely I then agree with. People who want gear treadmills won't have fun in Guild Wars 2. That's just a fact. They won't. What have you got to go for? Infusions and fractals to a lesser extent. That's about it. And, that is actually a fundamental thing, but they missed the point there. Insistence on removing strict role identity. I guess it comes down to what they believe strict role identity is. But the idea that Guild Wars 2 doesn't have role identity is emphatically what the poster is joking about. The idea that Guild Wars 2 doesn't have role identity is a 2012 understanding and perspective of the game. Guild Wars 2 has role identity. It may not enforce it at the class level, but certainly at the specialization level it does. Certainly beyond that as well, raids create artificial role identity. When you are the toughness tank, that is role identity. It's not bound to a class or a specialization, it's bound to toughness, but that's role identity. When you're doing cannons at Sabbatha, that's role identity. In PvP, if you're playing a support, that's role identity. If you're a skirmisher, that's role identity. The game is thick with role identity. It's everywhere. The only people who believe that it's not there anymore are those who were misled by 2012 campaigns and basically poor game design. So they kind of missed the trick there. And the final thing, the gem store, a replacement of in-game rewards with fair but pervasive monetization system. I don't know whether I can speak to this too much, but I feel like I have a ton of in-game stuff to go for. Like, huge amounts of in-game stuff to go for. I don't deny that there's a lot of stuff on the gem store that I wish was in-game, but I think it's a fairly nebulous thing to sort of draw a line and say, oh, they absolutely replace in-game rewards with gem store rewards. I don't actually think we have any proof they've ever done that. The closest we've ever had is when Wing 3 of the raids came out. They created some stuff in tandem with the raid, but then they couldn't finish it. So they handed it off to a different team that had the time to finish it, which was the Gem Store team, which resulted in raid rewards or raid-looking rewards being released in the Gem Store. That is the only time and the closest time we have ever seen Gem Store taking hold of what otherwise would have been in-game rewards. And the devs, in response to that, expressly gave their explanation that they ran out of time, but the Gem Store team was capable of doing it. And since then, and since that backlash, we have never seen that happen again, ever. The other salty things people have had with Gem Store are mount things, which they've never had established any precedent for doing mount skins outside of the Gem Store. Gliders were the same. And I guess Guild Wars 1 skins reappearing in Guild Wars 2. But again, I don't actually think it's the same thing. So I think that, again, as much of Reddit does, Chariaku out here is actually completely displayed quite a lot of ignorance there in those 3 points. And again, the core of what they're saying, I kind of get that it is a straw man post. But the way they justify it is sort of ridiculous. So already, our starting point is some shaky fucking ground. It's shaky ground here. But the thread just gets incredible. And just blatant, insane misconceptions about the game, ludicrously high upvoted, and like a lot of it's extremely aggressive as well. Let me actually find one of these. It is huge amounts of walls of text, which would take hours for me to go through, so I'm not going to. But let's see. I think it's a fascinating thread. What I wanted to do on today's stream is get you guys to read it and see what you think. And try to ignore the upvotes, because this is one of those moments where I sort of hold my hand to my mouth and, like, I can't believe that popular opinion has become so deeply, deeply misinformed that these comments are the ones that get hugely upvoted. And again, I'm not talking about Chariaku, I'm talking more about the comment chain that comes below it. There was an amazing one about balance, that said there's never been, like, a viable power thief spec anywhere in the game. And it's like, there's amazing stuff here, guys. Truly. I can't see it now. This is going to be a terrible stream because I'm just going to be reading. Like, I'm now realizing that I was too unprepared to actually stream this for you all, because it's just going to be me sitting here in silence trying to read, so that I can actually pick something out. So I can cherry pick a moment that had me on the floor laughing yesterday. And I'm not saying there's not some quality discussion in here, but I'm saying it's very lopsided and it is very strange. It is very, very strange. So a really interesting post that all the upvotes seem to represent like something positive, but the comments are just bagged down hardcore by like misinformation and just sourness. And I'm not sure what's caused such blatant, like, aggression at the moment. I'm really not. But I'm sort of, I guess I'll stop now. I guess I'll stop. Because high horsing when I don't have anything too tangible to talk about is going to be stupid. So don't take this a high horse. Just take this as a recommendation to read the thread. I'll link it again for you guys. Oh no, that was just our Guild Wars 2. Yeah, it's at the top of our Guild Wars 2 right now, so you can just go there. You know, but you'll go down, if you're at all interested in this game, like on a sort of discussion level, it's a really fascinating thing to look at. What was the other thing I was going to say? I can't remember. I've lost it. There was another point I was going to make. Oh well. Well, there you go. Anyway, so it was pretty interesting. Oh yeah, no. What I was going to end it on is I'm feeling. I don't know if anyone else can sort of identify with this, but I'm sort of feeling very much over the past like 2 years. I'm becoming less and less interested, and there's some serious arrogance I'm about to display, and I don't like this arrogance that I'm about to reveal to you all. I really don't, but I sort of have to come to terms with how I feel, and increasingly I'm becoming to feel. I'm increasingly becoming more disinterested in random internet discussions, because, especially when it comes to Guild Wars 2, because I feel like increasingly I don't care about random people's opinions, because so much of it is unverified. So much of it is like... So, one thing I think that captured me about Reddit, over forum discussions, is Reddit kind of has this thing where it's like, oh, if it's highly upvoted, it must be true. If popular opinion is behind it, it must be true. It must be talking some sense. This guy got 100 upvotes. He must be talking some sense. You wouldn't have 100 people believing in something that's just completely ludicrous. And you know, that sounds like a fairly logical foundation. So discussion becomes more interesting. But increasingly, I care less and less, because I see so much discussion, especially with Guild Wars 2 now, that's highly upvoted and just, like, insane. Like upvoting someone who says that Thief has never had a viable power spec. That I increasingly, over the past 2 years or so, I care less and less and less. I realise that it still actually doesn't mean anything. That, in truth, and here comes the arrogant bit. In truth, let's be frank, 99.9% of opinions that I find from random people on the internet are gonna come from people with less playtime, less understanding, less devotion, and less like realistic standpoint about this product than me. And the truth, and so I don't know why I seek that. I don't know why, and like less and less and less, I find myself looking for opinions these days. And it's really arrogant to think that I'm a cut above, and I don't like that very much. But I feel like I'm going deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole. Does anyone else ever feel that? You know, like combined both games, I'm approaching 20,000 hours, not just playing the product, but interacting with devs about the product, reading interviews about the product, watching the community about the product. And, you know, everything else that goes around it. For every hour of playtime, there's probably 3 that I've been engaged with Guild Wars as a franchise, right? So, like, and it's sort of like, I don't know why I care anymore. And it's not like a sudden moment that I've had, like some hysterical thing. It's just like a slow thing that's happened to me. And it's got to the point where I kind of laughed. Like I said yesterday, I was kind of laughed. I was like holding my hand to my mouth and almost laughing at this thread and how ludicrous, like, a lot of what is being said about it. I don't know what that says about me as well. I don't know how scared I should be of that, because isn't it important to be aligned with the popular opinion, even if the popular opinion is completely based on misinformation and, like, lunacy? Isn't it? There's an amazing comment in this thread. I've just remembered one. Listen to this quote. I won't source the quote because I don't want this to feel like I'm bullying someone. Let's see here. Let's find it. I've got to find it for you. The thing is, there's like 200 more comments since I last looked at this. There's a ton of deleted comments as well, actually. Oh, no, that was just a guy who accidentally spammed. That's fine. That's not a problem. It was something about opinions, and it was, like, insane. I can't believe people live their lives behind a certain philosophy. Let's see it. I get it if you guys are bored. We'll move on in a second, because I don't have the stream set up to actually show you things properly. And actually, one of the guys who's getting majorly downvoted in this, I actually very much agree with, and I think was saying a lot of reasonable, well-informed stuff, but was being very, very aggressively, hatefully downvoted by the hive mind, despite speaking sense, which I thought was really kind of unfair. And it's a person who's getting downvoted that I've seen post a lot of dim stuff before. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of crazy world we're in at the moment. Maybe if I control F for this word. Yeah, listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Okay. All right. So, and again, I'll leave all of these comments anonymous. You can read them in the thread if you want. So here's someone who said it's not a straw man. And for what it's worth, I think it is a straw man. But anyway, they say it's not a straw man. The game has completely transformed since pre-2014. If someone is judging Guild Wars 2 based on what they experienced in 2012 and 2013, and they are making broad statements such as Guild Wars 2 is shit, then they're no longer qualified to share an opinion on it. It's not the same game anymore at all in any way. And I actually agree with that. So that message I just read out, that was downvoted. I actually agree with that. If someone is doing that, they're going purely off of 2012, 2013 opinions, it's not the same game. It is in a lot of ways. The starter experience, the core experience, the tutorial experience, a lot of that shit's the same and is terrible, and you'll see endless rants on my streams about that. So some of the important stuff hasn't changed, but I kind of agree with what they're saying there. So here, but listen, what the conversation is going to go on here is whether they're qualified to give an opinion. When they have no actual contemporary information, are they qualified to have an opinion? So, that person was downvoted. Here's a response. This is an upvoted response, a heavily upvoted response. They say that's not how criticism works. If a restaurant opens and it's shit, so customers eat there and never want to return, they will tell about their bad experience to everyone who brings it up in the future. Sure, you can say years later that the restaurant's changed and is better and such, but that doesn't leave some kind of obligation for that customer to return and try it again before they are allowed to express their thoughts on it. If the restaurant didn't want those customers spreading bad press, maybe they shouldn't have been so bad when they opened. So let's just stop there. That was heavily upvoted. That's lunacy straight away. That's really, really ridiculous. What they're basically saying is, I can say anything I like, and that's true, but that doesn't mean your opinion should be taken seriously. If you have an out-of-date opinion, it's an out-of-date opinion. You can be, you're free to share it to the world, but no one has to listen to it. So realistically speaking, it doesn't mean anything. So already like a ridiculous thing to say, but apparently the hive mind agrees with that. Anyway, moving on. The average Guild Wars 2 customer is not a professional critic. They have absolutely no debt or imperative to constantly update their information or knowledge on subject matter before expressing an opinion. That is media relations 101, or even just common sense 101, via the old adages about first impressions. I'm willing to bet you haven't gone back and replayed every game, rewatched every show, re-listened to every artist, or revisited every place you've ever expressed an opinion on to make sure that there haven't been material changes, because that's a ludicrous standard to hold anyone to. So they're kind of right, but they missed the point. It's irrelevant. The point is that if you have an out-of-date opinion, you can't go around sharing that with the world confident that it has any merit or it should be listened to. So reasonably speaking, you keep your mouth quiet. Do you hear me going online talking about RuneScape as though I have any idea talking about it? Do you hear me online talking about PvP just a couple of months after I stopped playing it? No, I don't, because I know my opinions. That's not a ludicrous standard to hold people to. That's what a well-informed, reasonable society should hold itself to. That's just life. I mean, seriously, what? Am I going to go and give, like, reviews of the Muppets and stuff? It's crazy. It is crazy. You can talk about a product once it's done and finished. Like, I can give you guys my impressions on Star Trek The Next Generation that I watched last year, because I know Star Trek The Next Generation hasn't changed. But if the restaurant is under new management, if the game is continually undergoing development, it's only reasonable to stop spouting your opinions about it. It's only reasonable. You can say, I only went there years ago, so I might be wrong. That's not a crazy disclaimer to offer. But no, apparently that's insane, and nobody should do that. Only if you're a professional critic do you need to add disclaimers to your opinions when sharing them to the world. Let's just say that again. Only if you're a professional critic should you, as a human being, offer disclaimers about your opinions. That's insane. That's insane. But the hive mind agrees with it. So the guy comes back who was just responded to and says basically what I just said on stream. So this is a downvoted comment I'm now reading you. They say, that's a really easy standard that virtually everyone I interact with on a daily basis follows, including myself. If their opinion's based on outdated information, then they append some sort of disclaimer to it to let people know that their opinion might not reflect the current state of whatever they have an opinion on. Phrases like, it was a long time ago, but, or it might have changed since then, but, or it's different now, so maybe. This is a really realistic standard that everyone should hold themselves to, and you should always request more information about the basis of someone's opinion before taking them to heart. That comment, massively downvoted. Why? What's wrong with that comment? What are we talking about? No, it's because it goes against the circle jerk. But this is literally people saying it's okay for me to have a misinformed opinion, and I should be able to share that with it, that is not a healthy way to view the world. How has first world society got to this point? How is this actually okay? All right, and so here we go. Here's the next response, an upvoted response, heavily upvoted. They're saying, we're talking about throwaway opinions on an online forum. I can append every one of my statements with caveats and addendums and disclaimers, or I could not, because it's an opinion, and it's not my job to make sure it stands up to close scrutiny. What? It's not my job to... So, and upvoted. How? Who believes this? Please, chat, set me right here. It's an opinion, so it shouldn't stand up to scrutiny. It's an opinion, so it shouldn't stand up to close scrutiny. Your opinion doesn't stand up to any scrutiny at all. I mean, that's actually what's happened here. We've had an opinion expressed, somebody's expressed a different opinion, and the conversation has gone off on some tangent. Oh, it's okay if it's wrong. I'm allowed to have wrong opinions. I mean, I really think that this encapsulates a lot of what's wrong with online discussion here. Let's listen to this comment again, the start of the comment, and I really want you guys to focus on the beginning of this. Listen to this. The first sentence. We're talking about throwaway opinions on an online forum. To this person, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be misinformed. It's okay to make statements of fact in your opinions. It's okay to not offer disclaimers. It's okay to present misinformation because they are opinions, number one, but also because they are throwaway opinions on an online forum. To this person, being on Reddit means that you don't have to care. Being on Reddit, it's a discussion, but it's not a serious discussion because it's an online discussion, because it's a forum-based discussion, because it's throwaway. I can just chat shit and expect it to be listened to because it's an opinion on an online forum. I really think that encapsulates what is wrong with online internet discussion right now. That a significant chunk of people feel justified in this. Like, you have to respect discussion just because it's online. Like, what are you there for? Like, I really think this is a really, really dangerous way that people are sort of living. I think it's really fascinating, truly fascinating, that this is the hive mind's response right now, that this is the okay thing to do. I think it's really dangerous. I'm not saying that people need to hold themselves to some ridiculous intellectual standard. I'm saying that if an opinion is out of date by any chance, and there's a disclaimer, A, it's pretty easy to offer a disclaimer. B, it's okay to say it, sure, but it's also okay to disregard. I mean, I think it's incredible. Opinions don't need to hold up to close scrutiny if they're presented online. Listen to that shit. Opinions don't need to hold up to close scrutiny. Obscene. I mean, what the fuck is that? I guess I'll stop there. But it's an amazing thread. I seriously recommend you guys read it. It's not even necessarily about the state of Guild Wars 2. It's about all kinds of things. Wow. Do you know who the Destiny streamer is? I actually have heard of it. Doesn't he do, like, debates with people? Right? I've only ever seen random clips where he gets, like, some bigot on and laughs and openly mocks them. I mean, you see me solo on a stream being arrogant and having a lot of bravado and stuff, but I think if you ever got me in an actual conversation, I'd be much more polite to people. Much more polite. I don't actually relish the idea of getting in argumentative, confrontational situations with people. But, you know, I really deeply feel that there's some abhorrent stuff being publicly agreed with here in this thread, and I think it's incredible. Why do you think the internet went to shit in the last 15 years? Because common Joes like that joined the communities online? I mean, that's a fascinating discussion to me. I'm not saying that they're wrong necessarily. It's kind of amazing, isn't it? What do you guys think? I think, personally, the internet is this profound, amazing thing that should be treated seriously. And especially when you're on a discussion-based Reddit. Like, what else is there to do but treat the discussion seriously? I don't know. I think it offers opportunity for us as a society to become more intelligent and more well-reasoned and learn new things. And I think that we should treat it seriously. I think that going online and thinking, oh, it's the internet, so fuck it, is really fucking crazy. And is not the right way to treat the internet. But I'm not saying everything on the internet should be serious either, by the way. I mean, Christ, look at us. We're on Twitch TV. We're going to joke about all kinds of insane nonsense, right? Especially other people. But I guess it just depends what you view a subreddit as. Maybe we're talking more specifically about subreddits, what subreddit discussion should be. But it's amazing how the actual discussion about the game and the state of the game was immediately just thrown aside because someone was called out for being wrong, and the discussion basically turned into, it's okay that I'm wrong because it's an opinion, and opinions don't have to hold up to close scrutiny. All right, I will stop now. I'm glad it's got you guys thinking, though. There's lots of stuff coming up in chat. I'm sure there's some people disagreeing with me in chat. I want to find at least one person. There's lots of messages deleted as well. Is this people posting links? What's going on there? It's bots. I don't think Guild Wars 2 is big enough to have propaganda bots that put it down. I don't think MMOs are big enough. Professional. I mean, there is another amazing thing in the idea of like the place of a critic, because critics, you know, they get too close to a product. Coming back to me, grounding this in me again, this whole, you know, 20,000 hours in a franchise thing. You know, maybe I am wrong. I mean, that question I asked earlier, this is what I find really interesting. If I start falling further away from popular opinion, if I start falling further away from these people, what I view as misinformation and lack of understanding and all this stuff, is that bad? Should I, like, I don't know, because at the end of the day, what worth is my opinion if it doesn't have a body of weight? Argumentum ad populum. The more people that believe it, the more true it is. Does that mean something? I mean, it's really interesting. Am I good at my job if everything I think about the game eventually becomes, like, unrelatable to the people watching? Am I good at my job if you guys come to my streams and everything you hear me say just seems, like, completely out of touch because you don't relate to it? Even if mine's based on, like, more hours or what I perceive to be more, you know, more grounded opinions over a longer time scale and blah, blah, blah. Does it matter? If you don't agree with me, does what I say matter? And I think the truth is that being a content creator is, to a large extent, a popularity contest. And I am bad at my job if everything I end up thinking sort of falls away from popular opinion. So, you know, they're little things that I think about. All right, scrolling down with chat. Who wants to play some Path of Fire? Those are the two things I wanted to do. I wanted to get a win in PvP, and I just wanted to talk about that thread for a second. What would make you want to side with some majority's opinions? Well, as a professional content creator, I should seek to gain the most viewership, which I would do through pandering to popular opinion. So, that side of me. And, I mean, I'm really scraping the, you know, as I've said, when you're a Guild Wars 2 content creator, if you try and do this for a living, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here, really. You're right on, you're bobbing against the water. Not agreeing with the majority of Reddit is a good thing, not bad. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'll go right back to the start of this discussion. I don't know how much I value random people's discussion on online forums. So in a weird way, I'm in the same camp as that dude who said it's just a throwaway opinion online. I'm sort of in the same camp as him now, in that I just don't respect the conversation anymore, you know? So yeah, post your shit, it doesn't matter. But I think that's a dangerous way of thinking about the world, actually, and, you know, I should probably try and stop. That I can at least be sure about. I don't know why we were on Rampage yesterday. I guess because it was a physical skill, right? We have Winds of Disenchantment as well. That'll probably be fun for people to watch. So, we'll do that. I'm pretty sure our traits are set up properly. We have our food and stuff now. So, what's our frame rate looking like? It's only 30 here. It's only 30. I want the game to look as good as possible, but it's hard to have high frame rate while also streaming. I wonder if there's something else I can do to sort of help that. So, by the way, I'm guessing the game was really quiet for you all. Let's head up to Lion's Arch, because this is where Path of Fire begins. Games also do have very short half-lives of popularity these days. Current generation of gamers seems to be very much keen on keeping up with only the newest and hottest of games. Anything older than, say, 2 years is aging, can't be good anymore. Or at least pushed to some mental corner of their minds where they put a sign that says, not so good games. Yeah, I sort of agree with that. I don't know whether that's a new phenomenon, though. I think if you look back at, like, Sega Genesis days, even PS1 and stuff, you'll see, like, sequels to games coming out within 12 months and people don't go back to the originals. I don't know. WP, I know you probably won't have another contest, but I have a really good idea for a video now. Oh, really? Well, make it anyway, man. FPS is just very low in Amnoon. It's normal. I've got fairly low FPS here in LA as well. Let me put those both to low, because that's not really going to affect stuff too much. High-res character textures is fine. If we de-ultra that and turn off reflections, we'll go up to the 60. So what do we care more about, the 60 or the shadows? There is going to be water in the second instance, so maybe I should do... We'll probably gain a lot more frames once we get into the instance, so that's fine. Alright, let's start Path of Fire. Now, I want to make notes while I play. Actually, guys, actually, I'll tell you what. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go get my laptop, and I'm going to take notes on the laptop while I play in-game. That way, I'm not constantly alt-tabbing out of the footage, and I never have to sort of change anything. The other issue is audio from overlays. So if you guys want to sub or do anything, can you please do that now and get it out of your systems so that you don't do it during some key dialogue conversation, which means I have to redo the whole instance for the footage later. But Flavagin, 20 minutes ago, thanks, man. Mad Pie Man, it's great to see you again. Elif, thanks, guys. It's all very cool of you. Yeah, I'll be giving extra details. This will be a full playthrough of the lore and the story. Full playthrough. You can respect a face-to-face discussion, but not an anonymous discussion on the internet where people just speak of things they don't know anything about, but only pretend to. Yeah, I would hide the sounds if I could. I just don't remember how to do it, so... Pfft. It saddens me that Matthew Medina revealed that originally the prologue instance of Path of Fire was meant to have lots more NPCs to speak with, but they trimmed it down. At least a hero chant. Yeah, that was an amazing thing, right? Where it showed all the branches, and you, depending on your race, you'd have all these different intros. Jesus, check the official Twitter. Hype. What? The official Twitter. What happened? They didn't just reveal episode 2, did they? Guild Wars 2. Official Twitter tweets. They're what? They're streaming? What's going on the official Twitter? Ewendell, what? Am I missing something? They wouldn't reveal something on a Sunday. Oh, I'm just getting trolled, am I? Debated. Bro, what is that? Why would you just do that? Why would you do that? What? What satisfaction does that give you? Christ. Brilliant. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Brian Miguel Iron Man. Thanks, dude. That's very cool. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. That's really lovely. Brilliant. Well, great. I'm going to go get my laptop now. I'll see you guys in a second. And I will advertise the stream properly. So we'll get some viewers. All right. See you all in a moment. All right, we're back. Hello, hello, hello. I almost feel like what would be really cool as well is to do the the final instance of Flashpoint, which is kind of like almost the lead into the expansion. I know that we had the Eye of Janthea thing, obviously, in episode 6, but it almost feels like the Flashpoint thing was the main thing. All right, so we got that. I don't want it to power down mid-stream. So I will turn the brightness like way down. Okay, good. Let's get a notepad file up. Good. I got so many windows, so many things going on right now. Okay, that's fine. Now let's post the YouTube video for everybody. Your client has issued a malformed or illegal request. That's all we know. Please, YouTube, why do you keep doing this? Every time I try and go to my video manager lately. Right. So, info and settings. And public. So we'll do that. We'll take our stream thing here. We'll post that. We'll tweet that out. And then what we'll also do is go to Discord. And we will go Spud Club. And we'll post that. Boom. All right, there we go. That should be it. So, let's get our chat back. You're confused as to what YouTube actually wants. What do you mean? Sorry, what's this? What did you miss? Internet died? Nothing really. I just went to get my laptop so I could take notes of my impressions and things and thoughts and feelings about the story as we play through it. So, let's start recording. Story journal. Path of Fire. Begin this story. So we get a mail. Woo! Do we get any timey conversation? You always got to be careful at these moments because timey might say something. Oh, it's my birthday. All right, let's. Oh, it's my 5th birthday. Wow, that's a big one as well, isn't it? We'll run a birthday booster. 5,000 karma from a card. That's good. All right. So, Commander, the conflict in the Crystal Desert is bleeding over into Central Tyria, with refugees pouring into Lion's Arch every day. That's funny, because that's almost how Episode 2 could start. Queen Jenna has already dispatched a diplomatic team from Divinity's Reach. You and I have some common interests in play, and I'd love to discuss them in private. I think we can help each other. Meet me at my office as soon as you can. So, why is it Jenna that does a diplomatic team from Divinity's Reach? Why is it not? Why did Smoda not do anything for the Black Citadel? Why did the other races not sort of contribute? Why is it Jenna? I mean, I know we're about to see Farron in this instance, but I can't quite remember beyond that. WP, have you tried clearing cookies? Yeah, I clear them every time to get around the bug, to fix it. Thank you. Happy birthday to me. I know, it's wonderful, isn't it? It's really good stuff. Alright, so let's go this way. The person who just said hi YouTube in chat, the YouTube video is not going to have all the overlays and stuff on it. It's just going to have the footage. So, well, you're saying hi to YouTube in terms of Wooden Potatoes too. So yeah, we got this new building, the office that was added, if you remember right before the incident, before the thing. Sadly, they didn't do a loading screen for this, the prologue. This game has a Mega Man X feel to it, where you start and you're kind of powerless against Balthazar. That's an interesting comparison, man. All right, here we go. Oh, baby. The War Beast. Ready. Okay, hello, Captain Ellen Keel. What's up? What's up, girl?
Oh, good. You made it.
Happy to lend a hand to fight the blaze.
I think I speak for all of the Captain's Council when I say we're beyond grateful to have a group of folks like you on our side. We can ship out once the rest of Dragon's Watch gets here.
It'll just be me.
Oh, one person against a god of war. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Timey and I faced Balthazar before, but he slipped through our fingers. It won't happen again.
Timey, she the short one? I hear she has quite the superiority complex. Funny to have a teeny tiny body with such a massive ego, huh? What is it? Why do you have that look on your face?
I'm sure the commander's silently trying to warn you that the little narcissist might be listening.
It's technology, a remote communicator.
Yep, I'm always with the commander. Although, the Crystal Desert is farther away than we've ever tested this thing. I might not be able to stay in constant contact with you.
What a disappointment.
Ha! Look at that. You broke Scruffy's sarcasm meters. Anyway, I'll get to work on solving that problem, so we'll never be apart again. Bye!
That's...
Pretty typical.
well. A battalion of my best is ready to go. Talk to First Mate Fidus and he'll get you situated. I'm lending you my personal airship to get to M. Noon. Keep it in one piece. Heard you don't have the best track record with them.
No promises.
Might be smarter to get it insured. Best of luck, Commander. It's a powder keg over there, and that maniac has already lit the fuse.
All right, so that last line there, obviously from the trailer. Huge amount to talk to, really long conversation. Costage had an interesting...
Now
oh, wait,
let's
hold
talk
on.
shipping details.
So, yeah, they're going to talk about stuff in the background. Costage had an interesting point, like, why don't we at least get the vigil? I love how the devs do very blatantly point out, yeah, we're alone, the team is sort of messed up. Obviously, the great little timey conversation there where she's eavesdropping. I also like how the devs blatantly give a voice to all of us players who don't really like timey much. Ellen is our voice there. It's good that the game is, like, self-aware enough.
They're on the way. I had to reroute a few shipments, though. The original recipients are already complaining.
That's council business. Leave it to me. The refugees need food and medicine now. Sorting out who gets paid can wait.
There's something else. Most of the refugees don't have appropriate clothing for this colder climate.
Check the armory for surplus uniforms and repurpose as much as you can.
Will do. I've also informed the merchants that donations are strongly encouraged.
Remind them the council will consider their generosity, or lack thereof, when negotiating future contracts.
Alright, so I just heard that the dialogue's a bit quiet. We can turn it up a bit, but I don't really want it too loud. So yeah, Christ, they've done so much. So obviously, this is really cool as well that they have the little ambient conversations going on that you don't necessarily need to listen to. This is tricky for the devs to do because dialogue can constantly overlap and, like, crowd you down.
Report's true?
We have to go by the accounts given by the refugees. So yes.
But how could one of the 6? I mean, why?
Hard to say. It's something I'm hoping the commander can sort out, along with our desert aid mission. But until then, all we can do is help those who need it, and trust in the gods.
Yep, so it's the instance does struggle with that a bit. See, we're standing here just talking as we play, and we're going very slowly. But if I'd come over and spoken to, say, Magnus or whatever, you would have found that it would overlap a bit, which is a bit frustrating. I think that's the last of the dialogue done now. The other really cool thing that I like about this is actually the return of these characters. Like, Season 1 players haven't really got to interact with Ellen much or Magnus much, so it's good staging this from Lion's Arch. I think that's really really a good move for them to have made, especially because they're not going to get a look in edgewise anywhere else in the expansion. So, yeah, I did enjoy that. Let's speak to Magnus now. And we get all this optional dialogue, so the devs even talked about this on the stream. A lot of people might miss this. They just leave, because we can now. But you get extra dialogue. This is really, you know, in terms of being a prologue, I think it's really well executed. The players that want the deeper story and the more stuff going on, they get to have it. And through a lot of the characters, I think, that we'd be looking for. So, first we got Magnus.
Commander, on behalf of the Captain's Council, thanks for pitching in to support our relief efforts. Though you and Keel are the only counselors I see. This operation is a bit unusual for Lion's Arch, isn't it? Don't worry. Keel and I will handle the full council. Now get out there and kick Balthazar's divine teeth in. Consider it done. The next time we speak, we'll have one less mad god to contend with.
And warring beached whales, yeah. So we get to speak to Magnus. Magnus is like an interesting character when you read the backstory of Ellen. But it's never done anything that great, actually, in-game, as far as I remember. But there you go. Brilliant decision to let us speak to Ogden, by the way, because, I mean, he could be such a pivotal, huge character. Especially there's some, like, dwarven stuff in this expansion, but here's Ogden.
Magister Stonehealer, thank you for the Priory's contribution. I feel I should warn you.
That you can't guarantee the safety of my scholars and explorers. Don't worry, our people can handle themselves. Just remember to share any important discoveries you make. Alona's been isolated for a long time. There must be a treasure trove of data about the Forgotten, Ascension, and the Dragons, just waiting to be discovered. I'm also eager to see how their societies have diverged from ours. And if Dwarven culture had any lasting impacts.
I'll support your people as best I can, but I've got a mission of my own. Good luck, Ogden. Until we meet again.
I love that thing about I'm eager to see how their societies have diverged from ours. Doesn't that just scream the Order of Whispers arc that we're going to get? Doesn't that just scream that? That's really cool. So yeah, the Priories obviously contributed, I guess, what, with the refugee crisis or with sending us? By the way, what were they talking about? We don't have a good track record with airships. The Bloodstone Fen airship was fine. But the Glory of Tyria was fine. The other airship was fine. What? Wow, the Glory of Tyria got kind of messed up, to be honest. Oh, I guess they're talking about the Heart of Thorns intro. I see. Or was it, though? Because we weren't really on that airship. I guess they're talking about Heart of Thorns. That's kind of cool. It's really cool to nod back at the start of one expansion to the start of the other. I don't know if that was intentional, but I quite like that, actually. That's kind of cool. I wonder whether Cogs of War will nod back to the Path of Fire. That would be really exciting. Okay, so then we get Farron. Now, the Farron is E theories I find really interesting in Path of Fire because he is there at some prominent moments. Particularly the party at the end. Now, the devs talked about that on a stream, but they were very careful with their wording. If he is E, it still sort of works. But here we go. So we got Farron.
Heading for the desert, Commander? Swordmaster Farron, Lord of Beetleton, is ready. Let Chaos Bringers and Quaggan Kickers alike beware.
Thanks, but I need you here. Someone tough and shrewd has to guard the supplies until they're loaded.
Good thinking. This is Lion's Arch. These donations could go missing in transit before they ever leave the docks.
Not with you on the case. Thanks. I'll feel a lot better with someone I can count on to keep an eye on things.
Happy to contribute. Bon voyage, old chum.
Farron, my friend. Never call someone who's about to cross the ocean chum.
Whoops. I should know better. Especially after that fiasco with Marula at the apiary. I kept calling her honey. She still blames me for all those bee stings. Who knew the buzzy little beggars had such good hearing?
That's actually kind of funny. He does have 2 infinite lights. Someone just said in chat, he's so rich he has 2 infinite lights. So, by the way, he calls himself the Lord of Beetleton here. I can't remember the specifics, but since Cordicus is gone and whatnot, is that what he is now? He's at Beetleton? I can't remember that anymore. Is that a big part? Also, I'm thinking, by the way, this would be better to watch if we rein the field of view in just a little bit. Just a little bit. Probably get us closer to the characters and we can, you know, sort of... I think that looks better for a lot of these instances. But yeah, double infinite light. I remember when I almost got an infinite light years back from PvP because once you got to, I think it was Phoenix, it could have been Shark. It was one of them. But once you got to it, you could salvage a certain kind of token and roll lucky on an infinite light through like a cheesy sort of method thing. And I spent like quite a lot of stuff doing it, but I never got lucky enough, sadly. No, this was the first mention of it. He probably just granted the estate. It is the first mention. That's very cool. Do you know what they should do? They should have... You know how Cordicus had all those statues of his face? Wouldn't it be so Farron to make them his face instead? That'd be hilarious. That'd be so cool. This is the Palawa Joko back piece for the people asking. Okay. What class is he? Well, he's a Mesmer, right? 2 swords. Totally a Mesmer. That's how he gets around being E, man. Is this game pay to win? Not at all. It's not remotely pay to win. It's a well-crafted AAA RPG, as far as the new content is concerned, anyway. All right, so is that everything? Is that all the conversations to note? So we've got Sheriff Terma up here as well.
Sheriff, just wanted to say how glad I am Keel brought you in. This job requires skill and know-how like yours.
I know even more than Keel thinks. She and Magnus aren't working with the full council. That's why they called me. Either they're sick of debating, or it's a power grab, or they just plain don't trust the council to do the right thing. That's why I love this town. Even our leaders live by the rule, it's easier to get forgiveness than permission.
You may be right, but even if they are being tricky, the desert region needs help, and Balthazar has to be stopped.
Oh, I support the cause, but I'm not taking the heat when the council finds out. Good hunting, Commander.
So this is interesting, the fracturing of the council. This makes me think back to Living World Season 1. and what exactly they were doing there. So the the council had one of them was assassinated, and we put Ellen in instead. And now she's like going behind their backs. Why don't they trust them to do the right thing? I'm not entirely sure. Is the idea that after all the Scarlet attacks and, you know, the new fortress and stuff that they've built, that the council are more concerned with self-preservation than they are with helping others? Is that what they're driving at? It feels like that is seated either as a setup for something a lot deeper later down the line, or it's in reference to some Living World Season 1 stuff that I've really sort of not quite got a grasp on anymore. So I don't know. Do you know what would be really cool to fix that if Living World Season 1 came back to the game? So there you go. Nice little instance where we get to speak to a fair few different people. And again, I think it's a good prologue. The devs, we don't get anything extra there. They mess up though still with Path of Fire. If I see this icon under my cursor, I want to be, that means I should get a box by pressing F. So I don't know. They still haven't standardized that well. The telegraphing of various icons is still frustrating to me in a lot of ways. But there you go. So we'll leave Two Lions Arch now. Look at all these people asking what armor set we're in. This is actually really cool. I guess it means not many people have got the new Path of Fire sets, right? I wonder if we'll get a lot of questions about our weapons as well. Particularly this one. I wonder whether anyone cares or will ask about this one. But yeah, okay. So that's that. I'm not going to mount, by the way, until we're supposed... Since the devs won't give me the proper experience, I'll have to pretend that I have it. I'm not going to use any mounts in the footage until I have actually unlocked it. So we're not going to use a Raptor or anything. Not that any of this will be in it. I'll cut all of this out, but just for my own fun. I'll try and do this. Pro Fashion Wars. This is literally a full set of armor, no mixing and matching whatsoever, with a Path of Fire back piece, with weapons that match the same names, with the default dyes, except just using high contrast variants. There's no creativity here at all. This is not My Fashion Wars. This is ArenaNet developers. That's it. That's the whole story with this guy. Boy, next time you got to wear those Spellbreaker shoulders from last night. Yeah, we'll do it when we equip the Alonian set. The idea, guys, is as this playthrough goes along, when we get to each new chapter, each new map, actually, I guess, technically, because that sort of breaks apart later. Each new map, we're going to change our armor. This armor would probably be better in the Desolation or something, with the Scarab and whatnot, but... They only did 3 backpacks, not 5, so we can't change it every time. Unless we use some gem store ones, which I'm not too sure about right now, but we might. In my original coverage, I showed off some gem store stuff. I showed off the new Sunspit armor, and I showed off... what else did I show off? Some of the other skins. You still think Spinal Blade's back is big? Yeah, I like Spinal Blades, but I'm a bit sick of really, like, heavy-looking, back pieces that come out a lot. Any back pieces that come back a lot, I'm a bit sick of. So like the wings, I'm a bit sick of. I mean, I'll do it on my amazing Tengu, my exploded pillow Tengu. But I like this one because it's very flat to our back. The only thing that comes out like these tassely bits of stuff. 1 back piece per act. Yeah, we could do that. I'll probably try and change the back piece with each armor set though, so it feels really different. Unbind mountain so you don't accidentally. Well, what I'll do is I'll have the Raptor there, so we get the Raptor in the first instance, so I only have to worry about it for now. All right, so the airship.
When you are, Commander. The Phoenix Dawn is set to sail.
Glad you could join us, Commander.
Thanks. How's the crew?
Ship's prepped, aid supplies are in the hull, and we've got a Lion Guard squad for security. Hop aboard and we'll shove off.
But the crew? You can speak freely.
Well, some people, not me, are a little anxious. There are mixed feelings about fighting a god. But we have our orders. If you listen to the refugees' stories, it's pretty obvious whatever Balthazar's doing over there is a catastrophe.
He was determined to take a dragon's power. I'd guess he's turned his attention to Krakatorik.
And apparently doesn't care whose neck he has to step on to get the job done. When you stop to think about it, this is a god who turned against us. It's hard to swallow.
I suppose we'll just have to stop him from killing it and get ourselves some answers.
Oh, don't even get me started on sparing the dragons.
Believe me, I'm still coming to terms with it too. Hopefully Timey can prove it, and soon.
Then I'll hold my tongue on that and let you focus on Balthazar and his forged.
Let me guess.
It's what the refugees call his army. Tough customers by the sound of it.
An army. Wonder where that came from.
Only one place you'll find an answer. A diplomatic team is already on the ground in Amnoon. I'd start with them.
Will do. You sure you're ready to follow me into the fire?
It's where we do our best work.
Good. Off to the furnace, then.
I think these guys have got some pretty cool armor and things as well. So yeah, they set up the whole where's the army thing from, which I think is a very important question to answer. But then when we actually get to it later in Path of Fire, I don't think they answer it well enough. Like, it's mostly through the side stuff in the Night of Fires mission or whatever it is. I don't know. I think that was sort of under-delivered a little bit. As Kossi said, yeah, this guy was also from Season 1. I didn't remember specifically where, but they're saying it there in chat, which is pretty cool. And yeah, at launch, where there's some crashes here, were there? I don't remember there being any crashes. I think it was an EU it was crashing around here, wasn't it? So yeah, and unfortunately they reuse voice actors from main character voice actors. They're reusing as side characters here, which I don't think is too good. So anyway, it's a beautiful ship. And we get to go on in. So sparking the flame, and we get the opening cutscene.
Doesn't look like we made it to Amnoon.
Sorry for the change of plans, but we saw smoke coming from that pyramid. Keel gave us orders, so we're going in.
All right, so we're in a beautiful cutscene. Yeah, those are actually Corteria maps that you're watching as we go through. I've talked about this a lot. This brings me back to launch with all the pre-release content I did in coverage back then. I must have seen this cutscene and this moment of the game 1,000 times. Beautiful seeing all the stuff getting destroyed with all the sieging. And obviously we're in the new maps, further draw distance, all this beautiful stuff. They start us off on the airship, which is so good.
Stay on board. We'll get you to Amnoon as soon as we get back.
I didn't come this far to sightsee. I'm going with you.
So I love the start of this. I think this is explosive. I think that this is such a great way to start the expansion and impress new players to the game and like really get some excitement and some enthusiasm going. What frustrates me is that it's so seated in established plot. So totally new players are going to be a bit lost here. Totally new players aren't going to appreciate this is like something profound and new and out of the status quo. And those who do understand it kind of have to wade through all of the crappy core stuff to get here. So I feel like it's like the core of the game. It's an example of the core of the game sort of weighing this down. But I think this is a really powerful, good moment. For the veterans returning, I think obviously this is a real mind blow for them. So we get this side objective.
Huh. That structure is enormous.
Our navigational charts didn't say nothing about gigantic pyramids. Didn't think our info was so out of date.
Yep.
It's been hard for cartographers to keep up. This entire region has been in lockdown since Palawa Joko took over.
So, a bit of an ass pull there, by the way, because they're about to establish that Joko hasn't taken control of this area, and we are fairly north. So, then there's sort of an implicit suggestion that Joko has somehow cut off this, or the risk is too high, but it's not good enough, really. But even though there's an ass pull as a reason, I really respect that they give a voice to all the people who are like, what the hell, giant pyramids in the Crystal Desert? I don't remember giant pyramids in the Crystal Desert. Well, they've given you a voice immediately through Fidus there, which is really good. And a side objective as well we're seeing there, properly telegraphed with the icon. I really like that. That was cool. So we get to explore. These guys all move out. This actually reminds me of Halo. This is a very Bungie thing to do. Probably Destiny does it a lot as well. Where the NPC allies, you get move forward, progress, stand still, and then you pass a checkpoint, and then they'll push forward with you. This is like, it's very good.
Looks like it could sink at any moment.
If Guild Wars was a game like... If Guild Wars was a game like that shooter franchise where you cared more about your allies and stuff and it was a bit more closed in, I think this would be really good. Obviously, in Guild Wars, we don't care about our allies enough for many people to really appreciate or notice that. I think it's good. Also, with the way that they have the mastery system set up, everybody's just going to Raptor down there anyway on their second playthrough.
Me? They're killing for sport. These must be the Forged we heard about.
Let's wait for that introduction until after we're done.
If there are any left, eh, Commander?
Refreshing.
So we get the new music, which is really beautiful. Hopefully not too loud for you guys. Also, I've just remembered, actually, that user interface stuff we saw, they still haven't got. That's funny. I didn't realize that, actually. Let's get our Dragon Breath buns in our mouth. That's good. Yeah, so we have Barrier at play, but we don't have... So I need to keep my physical skills up, don't I? But the UI thing that we saw on the pre-releases is not there. That's cool. Wow, no, that's not cool. It's cool to acknowledge and realize, but let's keep our banner down as well.
My strength increases.
What do you guys think about that?
Ears up. Reinforcements incoming.
Okay, and we get Devonna.
One unit.
Welcome to the desert, Commander.
And you are?
Balthazar's herald, and I have an offer for you. He has chosen to forgive you for your interference with the fire and ice dragons. Join him and fell the crystal dragon. He only wants to free Tyria from their grasp.
Your god lies, and waging war on these people won't help you defeat the dragon.
So we give ourselves Fury. Does Winds of Disenchantment matter at the moment?
I can feel Bear's power.
Oh, I could have face tanked that, actually. Oh, she's probably really fun to play it with full counter. Let's run this. She's super tanky as well, and we're doing all right here. So let's full counter that. Good. Eviscerate. Move out of the way. Oh, come on. I wasn't in that. Oh, yeah. We want to eviscerate more as well because of Mage Bane Tether. I forgot. There's actually a lot of modifiers to keep up. So, oh, I missed that one up. That's fine. Let's use the Dagger Burst. I actually can't remember what the Dagger Burst does right now. We used the 4 at the bad timing there as well. How did that one miss? Okay. So we're going to heal here. I should change that. Oh, I don't know. I'll keep running the new heal because footage demands it, but... Okay, full counter. Eviscerate. Mage Bane Tethers up. Got a physical. So this 5 should hit really hard now. 48. Okay, it's pretty good. Full counter. Do that. Mage Bane Tether. Kick. We'll wait for our animation to end and then we'll use that. 21k.
Position here and help these people. I'm going after her.
But that's exactly what she wants.
I know. I'll be fine. Be ready for any other survivors I send your way.
Aye, Commander.
All right, and we're off. We're off, baby. Oh, my banner would have ran out as well, wouldn't it? Oh, well, that's fine.
To the pyramid for safety. We have forces standing by to protect you.
The pace of that kill was actually not too bad. I've really taken longer with that before. So again, there's so much to talk about here. I love the environment. I love the audio.
Are you just a puppet? You have a choice.
No, the choice was made for me.
Yeah, we realize later that she is sort of on our side right at the end. But yeah, they make us run a lot, which is like, oh, I could really use some mobility here. My skills aren't enough cutting it, and then they'll give you the Raptor later.
Higher regard than loyalty. This is the price of defiance.
Such
World
might.
belongs to Balthazar now.
Oh, I'm not good with dagger main hand. I'm really not. So we'll try and full counter. No, no. Wow, that's so unsatisfying when that misses, when you just don't get any blocks. I don't have enough crit chance. I'd like a lot more than this. So we'll kill these guys. Throw an axe.
Faster.
Yeah, that dagger offhand, man. Oh, that was an easy full counter. Why didn't I do it there? That's fine. We'll get the next one. Can I stand in front? No, I missed it. Again. It's fine. I mean, the 4 hits really hard. It's really good, actually. Come on, use your big thing. Never mind.
The tip of the spear. The outcome is inevitable. You're his in life and in death.
Drop the shield.
I'll find you again soon. My friends will take it from here.
Okay, so then she summons the hounds on us. They should leap, right, immediately? I think they leap us. No, never mind. What an Axe 5 that is. That's brilliant. Oh my god, the kick didn't land either. What is this? Attack me!
Are you?
Oh my god, come on! Alright, we got the fire fields we can utilize now, so there's that at least. I can't believe it, we're still missing these. This is amazing. I'm going to heal pretty early here. We got 25 might so quickly there. Is that because of Mage Bane? Hey, we made it. We got one. Woo! Full counter doesn't apply Mage Bane tether, right? Only the bursts do.
I'm ready. Are you?
No, we missed that one.
Give my regards to your master.
Outlander, over here.
Did you find the Easter egg the devs told you about the Devona thing? I didn't find out if it was the Devona thing, but I'm pretty sure it was a Devona thing. I think it's because some of the dialogue we heard from Devona a second ago is repeat dialogue from Guild Wars 1, and I think they might have thought that I was going to recognize that fact, which there's no way in hell I would have. But yeah, I think it was that. Okay, so yeah, let's do this here.
Hey, they're gone? Oh, thank you.
I need to get through that gate.
Okay, I'll just... Oh, if it's down, she must have smashed it on her way through.
I can gather whoever's left to get the gate open, but you have to help us. The town's burning out of control.
Of course, but maybe you should hang back.
Yes, please. Haxim, your leg doesn't look good.
Can't just sit here.
It's okay. We'll handle this. You're helping by helping me.
Fine. Just please don't let the entire village burn to the ground. Help the survivors. The Raptors will get you to anyone who's out of reach.
Got it. And you?
I'm fine. I'll stay with my brother.
Okay. Shout if you need anything.
Commander, I've got something that might help with those fires.
Okay, Bram, fight us. So, Royal keeps telling me to kill the fires first. Does that get us more dialogue? If you guys want louder dialogue volume, that's about as loud as you're going to get, I'm afraid. WP, you're a phony for not knowing all dialogue. I mean, I talked about that on the previous stream. So yeah, these guys are her. We get the new NPCs. We get their new voices. They look awesome. They sound awesome. They've got interesting, you know, appropriate names for the region. It's all really good. I think that they're firing all cylinders right now.
Here, take this.
You carry a fire extinguisher with you?
Well, Keel said we should bring insurance for the voyage.
So Keel earlier discussed the whole airship thing. She was like, you don't have a great track record, right? It was her, wasn't it? And now obviously we've got this, which ended up coming in use for something. Interesting that they made this an actual environmental weapon, not a special action. I wonder what the devs think now when it comes to that. So here we get a Raptor. Maybe they did this an environmental weapon to demonstrate to the player base really quickly that you can keep environmental weapons while mounted. So we get a Raptor, and it looks really small, but here we go. We get a nice little Raptor. Mounted gameplay. Whoa, guys. It's funny actually experiencing this right now because it does feel, I don't know. It takes me back to launch, which wasn't too long ago, honestly. I've spent too long out of Path of Fire. I've spent too long not covering Path of Fire. I've spent too long doing other things. Because, I mean, this is great, isn't it? I feel bad that I've not really, like, demonstrated or showcased enough of this game to people on YouTube yet. That Raptor's too small for that weight. Yeah, I did just think that. He seems smaller than our regular Raptors, though. They should have done, like, size scale gem store Raptors. That might have been interesting. Well, I don't know. Maybe they've already decided what they think the perfect size for a mount should be. Do you think we could use Mage Bane Tether to make that jump? I don't know how that feels as a leap. We'll go the dev's intended plan. So here, by the way, beautiful system that they've got in place here. Too busy paying other people to do it for you. What do you mean? Wait, what? Where as you actually put the fires out, you'll notice that the hellish like effect in the environment is, it's not like the quest ends and then it just disappears. It's gradually getting cleaner looking as we go around here. There's also water buckets we can claim to put out fires too. Oh, the competition. Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So I think that's really nice, actually, what the devs did on that one. How's the game pace right now? It's really good, man. The only downside to Path of Fire was, in terms of the meta events and renewable content, they didn't do enough. I think that the way the game rewards you and structures its items and its achievements and stuff is all terrible, and I think that it has massive player loss just because of that. But the actual content itself is really good. Basically, in the previous expansion, they loaded tons of stuff into group-based repeatable gameplay. Loads of it. And a subsection of the community said, we don't want this. We want to just be able to wander around aimlessly and have fun. So Path of Fire was made purely about that, which meant that some people are satisfied, but then everybody just leaves the game really quickly. But it's an incredible experience for a first playthrough, definitely. And there is repeatable stuff. I just think the game doesn't get you excited about earning stuff well enough. Not in PvE, not these days. So we just got those fires over there to do now. You guys are hyping E3 too much. Whoa, seriously? Shuby's just donated £50. Thanks for what you do, WP. You inspire me. Man, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much, dude. How do I inspire you? What's inspiring about this? Thank you, dude. That's so awesome. What the hell? That's brilliant. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I really do. My God. Well, you just made this one hell of a stream. You made that well worth coming a little bit early today. Jesus Christ. £50. Thank you, dude. Jesus. An expansion just came out, though. What could it be? What do you mean? Oh, the E3 thing? So are you pessimistic about that, Inks? It's great to see you in chat, by the way, dude. Are you pessimistic about E3? There you go. That's all of the fires done. So, B-Boy, why did I do that? Oh, no, there's a couple of fires down here still. Oh, and a sub as well from Sledenstein. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say about that. You didn't give me enough to... Have you got any questions you want to ask me? If you just gave me 50 quid, I could give you some more attention, man. Am I going to buy a lot of pizza with that money? I don't know. We'll have to see. I guess I don't think it's going to be a super hype thing. What do you think it's going to be then? I mean, what's the source of your pessimism? I mean, I don't know where I stand at all on it. I'm not pessimistic or optimistic, I think. You enjoy watching the YouTube videos and the streams. That's really cool, dude. Thank you so much. All right, let's try and find a villager to revive. Honestly, you doing that, little moments like that, literally, you sort of help me live the life I'm trying to live, dude. Like, honestly, that's so cool. Thank you very, 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 very much. Anyone who takes a second to consider doing that is like a legend. So I'm reviving now.
Showed up. The Amnoon Cavaliers can't protect us from the Forged.
So hear about the Cavaliers there? We got another sub from Wretched Deg. Thanks too much, dude.
Thank you.
She says just thank you. You subbed on Patreon yesterday as well, so hopefully it helps. I'll tell you what's actually going on with me right now. I'm really scared to look at Patreon because I've been so inactive. I'm really confident everyone's just like left and abandoned me there, and I'm like really insecure about it. So I haven't actually looked at Patreon for a little while, which is like extremely irresponsible of me, to be honest. I'll have to bite the bullet and do it soon. Thank you very much though, dude. Is the potato a deformed penis? I don't know. I mean, that's rude, man. Okay, I don't think we're getting any other dialogue now from the rezzed people. I'm gonna get on my own mount here. Sneaky, sneaky. We should re-dye this. This mount looks ridiculous. Isn't E3 about the press? I mean, classically, yes, but practically speaking, functionally now, I'm not so sure anymore.
Outlander, over here.
All right, so we in our water bucket have saved the day. Village of Shaymore Part 2. Hey, Askim,
Looks like
Axim.
the Raptor's taken to you. Keep it. For your help.
Are you sure?
One less Raptor is the least of our problems.
Thanks.
It'll help you cover ground faster. You'll need it.
The mine gate is operational again. Go through there. It'll take you to Amnoon. And Outlander, please pay this tragedy back for us.
I will.
We'll take our time. One thing that's really annoying me about Guild Wars 2 at the moment is I want to be zoomed in. I want to be as close to the action and the dialogue as possible. But if you zoom in too much, it deletes the dialogue windows. It's annoying when you're doing raid content as well and the commander pin is overlapping the dialogue. It's really frustrating. I love that the devs let us do a lot more in engine now, but let me zoom in. Let me get this perspective closer to people. It's like really fiddly to do it. It's annoying at the moment because I have to zoom out to show you the box and then go back in. And first person's all right, but then it cuts my character away. I don't know. It's just a bit fiddly. My God, Grimjack? Really? I want attention too. Grimjack, you get attention from me on Discord and you can type to me and stuff all the time. What the hell? Really, Grimjack? Dude, thanks very much, man. I don't know what to say about that. Thank you very much, dude. Mobile games are addicting. Game of Thrones Conquest. Yeah, I don't know. If they do a mobile thing, I think it will look... my gut is that it's going to be a tacky move and it's not going to be seen as very good. But we'll see. Thanks for saving lives and livelihoods. Good fortune, and may your Raptor carry you far on your journey. So someone told me apparently you find out this is a lady, a female Raptor in this instance. But do we? Where's that information coming from? So we can press F on this and we get the Raptor. So we can enter the mine. Now, I want to... Oh my God, and someone else as well. Felt it was time to pony up with all the entertainment you give me with content over the past few years. Cheers. And £10. Thank you, man. What is going on? Thank you, guys. I'm a bit scared of this because the audio means if that happens during some dialogue, I'm going to be like fucked. But thank you, guys. What is going on? Ewendell triggered a donation. A duck there. £5 from Ewendell. Thanks, man. Guys, it's literally I'm just playing the story. It's not really anything particularly special. See, this is why I shouldn't stream PvP, because this doesn't happen when I stream PvP. Let's go to dies. That looks just too gaudy. So let's just pull it back a little bit here. And let's go like... I don't really know whether I want to use this mount at all. Let's just go like, let's go the coastal spike. So the default mount is this. The spooky one from Halloween I don't particularly like. The Flamelander I like for other stuff. But for the content, what if we go the coastal guy? Because he actually looks realistic and normal and not like gross. Like I don't want people to watch these videos and be like, oh my God, look at all the aura spam and effects and stuff. This guy looks slightly different to the normal Raptor. So he feels special, but he's not like insane. So let's do that. I'm really trying with Fashion Wars 2 right now. I'm really trying to present Guild Wars 2 in the best way that I can. So let's see what he looks like with default dyes. Should we give him a white belly? I don't want to give him anything too crazy. Daybreak dye? Let's just do that. I don't know how many people will really notice that he looks different, but there you go. So we'll do that. All right. So we got our Raptor.
Get the guard. We'll bury him at dawn.
So these people have been killed. Very sad. Got these Raptors sitting around. Got the well where we got the bucket. I don't think there's much more dialogue. This woman's crying because he's dead. Fairly nice little touch there. All right, we go to the gate. The gate will open. And we get to learn some Raptor controls. Even that I like. I like dynamic objects doing stuff like that. Even Core didn't even do much of that.
Glad to see you. I got trapped in here with these things. We have to run. Can I climb on?
I'm not in a running mood. How about I take care of them for you?
All of them?
Just head back that way. The gate's working now.
Okay, but at least let your beast strike the first blow if you're gonna fight.
All right. I mean, this is so good. This is a million miles away from what we've been watching on Merciless, isn't it? It's so good. The game is so good now. So optional, use our mount skill to damage one of the cave spiders. So we're going to engage. Boom. This pro Raptorness. We'll go get this one as well. We can just insta-kill them. These are essentially ambient mobs. Wow, 88k on the Wastrel's Ruin. This feels good, man. So here I kind of want to do something. Oh my god, and another donation. I haven't missed any, have I? So much donations, why stop? Why am I getting these? Thank you so much, Calic, there. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. I really appreciate that. That's very lovely of you. You like how it has some physics, lower turns? Dude, Borlock in chat, have you never actually seen any of the new expansion stuff? Dude, it's really good. The mounts are really good. They're probably... I mean, I don't know whether I'm qualified to say this, but some of the best MMO mounts you'll find. Like, they are really good. Yeah, they do have physics and a bit of delay. They do feel like an actual creature, and, you know, they have different jumping and stuff. They power crept movement in the game way too much, and method of acquisition and the way they interact with Corteria is all really bad for the game. But the mounts themselves and the maps that they're designed for are brilliant. Also, if you listen very carefully to the game here, when I turn the effects volumes up, listen, as we walk around. They've got, like, beautiful footstep sounds, and as you walk on the rails... They sound really good here. This was one of the things that first struck me. Another one, so Horus. I'm a sucker for bandwagons. Dude, guys, I don't know what to say. Thank you all so much. I mean, you're not going to... I know donation trains come sometimes... I don't have a face cam or anything, and I'm not going to burst into tears, so I don't know. I sort of don't know how to react, but thank you, everybody. You like how the mounts have weight to them and unique, often playful idle animations? Yeah, they certainly do. I'll show you guys one of these. I don't know whether the YouTube series can really be the definitive Path of Fire playthrough experience. Maybe these streams have to be. So here, I'll show you guys one of these. Yeah, you just bought it to play again? I mean, it really is great. I can always fake it. Thank you, guys. There you go. Thank you. Honestly, guys, thank you. I'm waiting for an idle animation here. What's our frames as well, by the way? 125. So we can definitely put the reflections on again now. Definitely. We might have had a bit of subpar footage. Look how bright it is out in the sky here as well. I can't wait to get Reshade running. So here's a miner. Hello.
By the Six. Who are you? An outlander?
Yes, from across the Sea of Sorrows. I'm here to stop Balthazar.
Yeah, me too. Oh, you're serious? Then hi, and welcome. That would be quite an appreciated feat.
Have you seen his herald? An armored woman?
Didn't come this way.
No sign of her.
Try Noon. Lots of folks are going there. Take the road south and you'll hit it.
I'll check it out. See what help I can find.
Yeah, it is very funny. I like that she doesn't actually respect that we're saying that, because we're nobody. She doesn't know us, because this place has been disconnected from Corteria. So she's just like, oh, that's funny. But you know, we have that much confidence in ourselves that we can actually do this.
These raids have got to stop. Why don't the Cavaliers do something? We're losing people left and right.
Only those who defied Balthazar. The Cavaliers are smart to stay out of his way.
We can't keep living like this. What do they want?
Just keep your head down and don't draw their attention. You've seen what happens to people who do.
I'm going to get shot at the gates because I've joined the Forge. CVPCS, always love the streams and videos. Keep the train going. Dude, thank you so much. How many people have donated now? I can't see because I've got so many windows with other things right now. I can't see. That's crazy, guys. Thank you. Wow. Yes, and I will get shot at the gates. People are asking what this is. This is War Beast armor. You get it from killing Forged and finding unique recipes, and then you can craft it. Or you can play PvP, which is some of the most fun you'll ever have in Guild Wars 2. So, yeah. We get the tents. We get a great little demonstration of sort of the broad map environment design that you get, and also the very small scale, how the game sort of presents to us detail at both levels, which I think is really good. And obviously we're keen to get back on our mount. I so wish I had a weak mount again right now. I really wish I had the small leap and I had that first vanilla experience. I don't want to do some enormous leap over that. I don't know. Anyway.
Come hearing you. Some interference. Try get higher ground if you can.
Higher ground? Oh, right. If you can hear me, I'll try to reach you later. Repeat, I'll try to reach you later. Hello? I'm just going to assume you heard that.
So, Timey's role in this expansion is revealed as our correspondent from afar. Tag Me just donated. Thank you, Tag Me. That was probably in some dialogue I would have wanted to show, but it's okay. We might just be able to cut around it. That's so cool. Thank you very much, dude. So yeah, we can sort of rotate through. You can see how far away into the desert we see here. And we'll move along. Yeah, that's fine though. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Tag Me. It's funny how some people didn't like Timey, but I've heard a number of people go out of their way to hear Timey's conversations. I think the way, I've said this before online, I think the way she was handled in Path of Fire was perfect. I like Timey, but when she's used properly, I don't want her to be like this genius that saves the day and is always in the thick of it and does loads of stuff. I don't like her in that role. I like her as a correspondent from afar. I like her as a bit of comic relief and levity.
In case you haven't noticed, there's a mob of people trying to get in.
I was told a party from Divinity's Reach is here. I need to speak with them. Also, a village north of here was attacked. My crew is helping the survivors, but they could use Amnoon support.
Wait here while I clear this with the council.
Captain Rahim, I can vouch for the commander. This is the leader of the guild I told you about.
There's a welcome sight.
This is the Dragon Slayer.
Well, it wasn't a solo effort, but yeah. The commander's taken down one or two.
Ridlock? What? Kaz? You're here on behalf of the Queen?
Correct. But just a moment. Captain, does the commander have permission to enter?
Yes, hi, Commander. Catch up with your friends and come see me at the Cavalier Station. We should talk.
Oh my god. Guys, what is this? That conversation is ruined. I'm going to have to redo this instance now. That conversation... Guys, 3 of you just donated? 3 people? Why is this happening? I don't know whether I should be happy or sad. Because it's amazing. The second I start playing story. Thank you so much, guys. What on earth is this? Elacora, thanks so much for that donation. Everybody who just donated there, I don't even know. What the hell? Oh my god. That's insane. This is a very weird stream. Thank you so much, guys. Sorry, I'm going to keep trying to present the content, though. Casimir, obviously, in her new armor here, we get to accept our stuff, some of the new items. The icon for that blue unidentified gear just recently changed in a very recent patch. So, yeah, Casimir's in her new desert outfit. Ritlock's here, no blindfold. We saw Rahim, who looked badass, by the way. Did he walk inside again? Did he walk off? I love all their outfits and stuff. Are there did the devs add town clothes outfits that let you walk like an Egyptian? What, let you be an Alolan? Like, look at these. Can you look like a cavalier and stuff? They should add more cultural armor that lets you do this kind of stuff, maybe. I don't know. This is really cool. Christ. Okay, so let's speak first to Ritlock.
It's good to see you. And your eyes.
All right. Try not to fall in love.
What happened to your blindfold?
A temporary measure to
No, not during the blindfold conversation. No.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you so much.
Yep,
Thank you.
And?
The Citadel wanted to report on my faux fire mission and the magic. Who am I to deny them a great tale?
And?
It's classified, Commander. Sorry.
You've been holding out on me ever since our fight in Maguma. This is the last time I'll take no for an answer.
Now I wish I had my blindfold to dab your tears. We gonna kill a god or what?
So, obviously, Ritlock's great in this scene. It's a really fascinating scene to talk about because there's a dev stream where they talked about this as well, where they wanted to be very clear at the start of Path of Fire that we would get the Ritlock answer because we waited all the way through Heart of Thorns and they didn't do anything, and we waited through Season 3 and they didn't do anything, and they wanted to be clear that they'd give it. So they added this conversation, but in a weird way, it accentuated the issue. Oh my god. £15 from Travelog? Well, if the footage is already compromised, might as well keep going. Dude, what is... Thank you so much. I don't know. You guys have been so generous. That's a lot of people. Christ almighty. Thank you, guys. Let me just finish this anecdote. So, it's interesting to me because the devs, like, kind of almost made the situation worse here. Because now they've shone even more of a spotlight. What did they have to say there? It's classified, Commander. Thanks so much for the sub there, Sigmar as well. They said it's classified. So, what this is actually doing now is it's going to remind people of that classified comment. And so we ask ourselves now, why was it classified? What was classified? And you realize, unfortunately, that it sort of falls apart. It's a bit of a house of cards, really. Because there's no good reason that any of this was classified. Oh, I helped an old man that I didn't know was important. So why is it classified? Oh, because it's really important. Wait, but it wasn't important. But now it can't be as a twist. So it's kind of unfortunate. And this all could have been avoided if they had a clear idea of what was going to happen to Rytlock in the Mist when they implemented that story during Living World, which we demonstrably know that they didn't do because of the timing of some of the other reveals. So, bit of a problem there, but, you know, there it is. This is one of the lower points of Path of Fire for me, I think. Let's see, Lady Kazmir.
Tammy tried to reach you before I left. Now I understand why she didn't have any luck.
It was a spur-of-the-moment decision. I had to get here and see it for myself.
I hope you consulted Marjorie about that after you... How have you two been since Rada Novus?
Good. Fine. It's okay. Could be better, but she's still recovering, so...
Well, I'm glad you're here. We'll need all the help we can get.
I can't believe one of the gods we worship, one of the 6, just gave up on us. Doesn't care. It doesn't feel right.
You have faith and hope, and I respect that. But I was in that volcano with him. He was ready to let all of Tyria turn to ash. What he did to Marjorie.
I know. I've heard it from her over and over. My mind says it too, but... It's hard to walk away from a lifetime of devotion, of being raised to thank the 6, say bye the 6, and worship the 6.
Okay, Kaz. I hope you're right. And I hope your eyes aren't opened as brutally as mine were.
Feels a bit weird having that come from a Norn rather than a human, but I guess that's the thing. So this is a really important conversation. I'm not too into it, but what this does is this reintroduces and reminds us of the emotional stakes in this story, right? So we're seeing refugees and stuff, but the devs know we're detached from this. They know we don't care about this. But the idea is they can get you emotionally invested in the conflict with Balthazar by reminding us of this thing that happened between these two characters we're supposed to care about, right? And whether you're in that emotional place or not, I'm certainly not, but whether you're in or not will affect how important that is to you. And also a bit of a reminder of some of the stuff that came in as well. Someone said something in chat a second ago that I thought was really interesting. Yeah, the idea that he did more stuff, how he became a herald, that more happened in the Mists. I think that could solve this. There's actually a lot of stuff that could retroactively improve. I think every single low point of Path of Fire could be fixed in Living World Season 4 and potentially beyond, but obviously you want to fix it close as you can narratively. And yes, the reveal that more happened to him in the Mist than was revealed in the core narrative would fix it. Now, the game has done nothing to suggest there is more interest. They've presented it to us as though what we showed you is the big deal and that's it. Now, and that's disappointing, but I think they might have had to have if they are going to go with them, but there's more happening in the Mist, they kind of still had to present it in Path of Fire as though that's it, because they didn't want to keep teasing our cocks, right? They didn't want to leave us with blue balls and a limp dick again. They wanted to let us, at least in the moment, feel like we had the full story. Now, those of us that go back and think and scratch our heads for a second might realize that we really still need a lot of information. But that's the point. If they had ended Path of Fire blue-balling us again, saying, oh, there's still more to know, I think that that would have been an even greater mistake. So it can be fixed. They just need to give us more detail about him becoming a herald and whatnot. So yeah, there we go. Oh, he's got a little... So this is the thing, right? This is the problem. In the prologue, we are trained to believe that this mouse icon only means they have spoken dialogue, and there'll be nothing after. In this instance, by just randomly trying here, it turns out there is more dialogue. Like, there needs to some consistency on this. They're not good at this. Anyway, he says, what? You're really not going to brief me on your time in the mists? Listen, Commander, I've been over this before. When the time is right, I'll tell you, and the time isn't right. That's the last time I'll accept that answer. Yeah, and we get the ferocity icon, even though the personality system isn't formally a thing anymore. I think that's fine. Yeah, you're out of patience. Burn me, you're worse than rock. Just give me a little bit more time to process things. Then I'll give you the details. I'm holding you to that. Now, how is Rox? And have you heard from Bram? It's good, ... Bram. We know that the players don't know whether we care about Bram right now. They're both fine. Still trying to figure out how to kill Jormag. Just the two of them. I give them credit for trying, but they're a bit outclassed. This is the real fight anyway, right? So another sort of low point of Path of Fire, or maybe this was episode 1, I can't remember which, but when they established that they had basically beaten the dragon, and they say it really casually and offhandedly. I get that they want to make them look like heroes, but are they really? I mean, but anyway, I guess we'll find out. And Casimir then. Something else you needed, Commander? I never knew you were quite so religious. It's never been something I really needed to defend before. But with Balthazar doing what he's doing and Jory lashing out at the gods, it's stirring up so many thoughts and emotions. That must have made things very tense between the two of you. Despite everything, I still believe in the benevolence of the Six. Jory doesn't. I guess this is the actual question that we really should be asking. Are the gods benevolent? That's really what's important. Are they benevolent? Do they actually care? And is their current plan of leaving the mists them caring? Do you get what I mean? That's sort of the point. Thanks so much for the subs, Optometric and the other person a second ago as well. I hope that things get better between the two of you. Thank you. When this mission came up, I felt it would be good for us to spend some time apart, so here I am. I hope this was the right decision. I hope so too. Thanks for confiding in me, baby. Alright, so there you go. And with that, that's the first instance done. And we now have a raptor, and we're in the... What's wrong with the voice? Stop bullying me, guys. All right, you're on the internet. It's important, as we discussed before this part of the stream. It's stuff that happens on the internet is important. So we get a mail. This is from Tassa and Axim. Thank you for the help. Wait, these weren't children, were they? I'll just do a normal voice. Thank you for the help at the farm. We thought you might be able to make use of these gloves. They belong to our grandmother, but they've been gathering dust lately, and it's a shame. I'd rather someone like you had them, someone who would appreciate them. If you're staying in the region and want to put your raptor through her paces, I have no doubt the people managing the refugee crisis could use the help. They should recognize the gloves, and they may know more about their history. Wait, what? What is this in reference to at the bottom here? So we get some Alolan gear, which I already have. The hastily written letter is essentially what we had. This thank you comes with a pair of ornate, well-made riding gloves. It also suggests speaking with the priestesses at the Marifa refugee trade camp outside of Amnoon. So if we speak to her first, so we got two things here. We've got the story and we've got the trade camp, right? The refugee camp, which is just out here. So if we do that, do they talk about the gloves? Do we have to actually be wearing them? I'll accept a party join request. So it's night and the casino coin blitz is going on right now. We'll go this way. It's because the gloves are basically Sunspear gloves, just less ornate. Alright, and so this is the point where full exploration of the expansion technically becomes available. The river looks really nice there in the night. That looks really good, I think, actually. The water physics. Let's go speak to the heart person then. So this is the farm, not necessarily the camp. The camp is to the south, I think. I think this letter mentions achievement that you do tasks on your raptor for some NPCs. Is that the one, is it? I mean, my Weaver, who did this all originally, is full of random items that lead to random rewards in random places. That it's just so poorly structured by the game at this point that even I'm struggling to understand it. This is Priestess Karima. That's not the person, though, is it, that we wanted to speak to? May Cormier's truth redeem you, Outlander. What can you tell me about that situation? Balthazar's forces have been raiding our entire region for supplies, without care for the innocents in his way. We hear he is close to acquiring something important for his war effort. But what can I do to help you here in your camp? We could use help feeding our guests, clearing the temporary housing of pests, scaring away any Zation zealots harassing them. Who is Zation? Once, the Order was a powerful guild that fought demonic forces and oversaw tournaments in Balthazar's honor. Now, it's mostly zealous followers fighting to support his forged army. Can you tell me why his army's based in this area? where it is. A large contingent of his forces have made camp southwest of the Temple of Cormyr. That's where that instance will be later. Where's your temple located? If you follow the road from the eastern gate and head northeast into the Crystal Desert, you'll find your way to our temple. Can I ask something else? What truths can I share with you? That's it. That's all of them. Okay, so listen, guys. I do want to keep playing. I'm really enjoying playing this Spellbreaker. I don't know why exactly, but I am. It's 2 minutes till the Blitz ends, and then the Choya might spawn. So we'll fight the Choya as the Spellbreaker. That might be interesting. I'm really enjoying it. However, I want to set Reshade up to make the game look drop-dead, you know, panty-dropping gorgeous. But I'm going to need a little bit of time to do that, and I don't really want to do that on stream. So we might stop here. As much as you guys have given me all this love and donations and stuff, for today's stream, I might stop the playthrough here. Let me just be entirely clear, though. We'll do this meta, obviously. Maybe I can even fight the bandits that have spawned up here as well. Let me be entirely clear. This is going to keep going. All my streams are going to feature this for the next long while. We're going to play all of Path of Fire. It will mean all of the hearts, all of the main story stuff. We will be going through it. And hopefully having a lot of fun to boot. So that's going to be all the streams. I stream the same time, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Occasionally I do bonus streams as well. There's a button on screen right now, a follow button. If you've just arrived here, if you don't often watch me, if you click the follow button, it will alert you whenever I go live. It's free. It's not the same as subscribing. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of this, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, for more of this. The stream might not end. I might do another PvP game just before we turn this off fully. I've got 46 seconds to get some damage here. Without the Springer, is the idea we can't climb up without the Springer? I bet if I go like this, I can. No, I can't. Oh, we can fight some of them at least. So that's pretty good. Oh my god, this is going really good right now. We're not going to finish the event in time though, I don't think. Let's use our X5. Alright. Full counter. Good, we got it. No banner of discipline or food, but still pretty good. Yeah, we're not going to be able to kill all of the troublemakers, I'm afraid. So the 2 is a gap close. Okay, good. I really like warrior gameplay to show people to watch. Okay, so it despawned. Event failed.
Such a nice price.
So all competition rounds over. Find a reward cashier to learn the trade-in value. It cleans up in 5 minutes. Does that mean we never got the Choya to spawn? Alright, so yeah, if you fall too far with a Raptor, it will kill the Raptor. He just about survived. Casimir is lady now. Is there some kind of redeem in her family name that's happened? Yeah, the Lake Doric patch. I'm pretty sure that happened there, didn't it? Keep the donation tran going. Don't kill the vibe. There is no killed vibe here. There is no killed vibe. I just want the game to look amazing for this series. I was happy to do the opening instance without Reshade because it's quite heavy on the post-processing anyway with all the fiery effects and stuff everywhere. But, beyond, I really want this to look good. I want the depth of field to be there. I want to run Reshade bypass. I might use Gremba as default, so I'm not sure. I might go back to mine. We'll put the depth of field back on. And we'll find a good balance that doesn't tank our frame rate all the way to death. So yeah, I guess this is gonna I want to play more of the Spellbreaker, but I don't know what more we should do. All right, let's do some PvP, shall we? I almost want to play PvP Spellbreaker now, just so that I can enjoy more Spellbreaker gameplay, get a bit more used to it. Though the playstyle is quite different in PvP. The night skybox is amazing. It is, isn't it? I mean, this whole area is truly beautiful. But this will be a full playthrough of Path of Fire. Can I send your reshade settings in the next stream? I'm always delayed with it because I wanted to do a thing on the website, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. So I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, PvP Spellbreaker is fun. I think it's a bit too strong, to be honest, but we'll see. Okay, so we'll have this one game. So, again, everybody who's just started watching for the lore, I will now actually unlist that video again, because people are going to come thinking I'm going to play the story, and I'm not playing the story anymore. We're finished with that. This is just to close the stream down. People who have just come for the story, stick about, because my main passion with Guild Wars at the moment is actually PvP. My main interest is playing ranked games, I'll comfortably describe myself as a top 100 PvPer right now for NA, probably top 50. So I think I can sort of give you guys a realistic example of what it means playing very well. I've got all that armor you saw, the armor I see right now, everything you're seeing I've got. You get tons of money from PvP these days, and most people don't realize. Loads of free ascended gear, loads of just easy access to tons of stuff. So there's a lot of reason to play it as a PvEer, but I also genuinely, wholeheartedly believe the balance is in a good place for PvP, and I believe that it's some of the most fun you can have. Again, you might find my opinion is a little bit out of touch with the popular opinion right now, but I would hazard that popular opinion doesn't understand the meta as well as I do, considering I have like 500 games this season alone, and most random people who you'll see posting about PvP on Reddit or even the official forums have got barely any. I genuinely think the balance is in a good place. There are still some slightly too potent things, and more build diversity would always be nice, but there is a huge amount of build diversity right now. I think the deadliness is in a really good place. I think it's really, really, really fun. So I'll show you a game. This is a Fresh Air Elementalist build I'm playing, which is extremely squishy, very bursty build. And hopefully I can give you some interesting gameplay. And right now we're queuing for a ranked game. And yeah, we're just going to earn a ton of money. We'll play like 1 or 2 queues, and then we'll probably close the stream down. After that. It really genuinely is awesome. A lot of what you see posted around online at the moment is just completely off base and doesn't understand the game. The only issues with PvP right now is a lower population than it deserves, which can be easily fixed by people actually giving it a shot. That's the only problem. That makes matchmaking a little bit more wobbly sometimes, and it means that the daily and monthly tournaments aren't as competitive as they otherwise could be. But that's it. That's literally it. It's not a big deal. You can get queues. Like, how long was that queue? 1 minute, maybe? So I'm picking a map. I think I'll go... Let's try Colosseum, because if we can snowball just a little bit and I can get the sword, I can show you some fun stuff. I don't mind if we roll Kylo. I'll be a bit bored of Capricorn, but there's some fun jumps we can do there too. All right, we got Kylo. That's fun. The Heart of Thorns Mist music is so eck. The Heart of the Mist's music, sorry. I kind of like the Heart of the Mist music. So this is Kylo. Kylo is probably... It's the first map that was ever made. It's probably the worst map in the game right now. Just because it's a boring map. Because its primary mechanic, the trebuchets, nobody uses. Because it doesn't swing fights significantly enough. In terms of combat deadliness, it's not actually too different from launch. Like, people talk a lot about power creep in Guild Wars 2. There's really not been that much power creep in Guild Wars 2 offensively and kill speed wise, because they've refined a lot of the amulets around. Power creep, in my opinion, was worse during the Heart of Thorns days, where they let like tanky stuff get out of control. Because power creep doesn't just mean deadliness. They're different topics. You can power creep defensive stuff and defensive cooldown chaining and stuff too much, and that's power creep that can lead to an overly defensive game. I actually think deadliness is right around where it was in 2012 and in a really solid spot right now. But the deadliness still doesn't describe... Treb has sort of been left in the wings at the moment. So my proposed fix to Treb, I think the only thing it would need to see play is if a trebuchet scores a hit on a downstate body, or if a trebuchet or if a trebuchet would put someone in downstate, it should be an instant defeat. That's the only thing I think Treb needs. Speed can stay the same. Mechanics for firing it can stay the same. Position can stay the same. How easily it can be aggressed can be the same. All of that. But the reason why Treb's behind, it's like, it's not just about people being able to dodge and active mitigation and stuff like that, but rotation speeds are a little bit faster in the game at the moment, so getting to Trebs are easier and whatnot. But that's all I think it would need. And then it can swing team fights a lot better. And then the whole map gets really interesting because trebuchet repairing becomes a thing again, all sorts of stuff. But for now, it's boring because nobody plays with it. So I could take that 1v1, and I'm fairly confident I could, unless I play badly because I'm streaming and I'm talking too much. So we got the Guardian on us again.
Windmill capture.
We blink up. I expect he might come to us with sword. He did. I'm not targeting him properly. I might be dead. I fucked this up so badly. He didn't pursue us through the static. That's fine. Hollow's probably looking at us as well. I wouldn't be surprised if I have a ping on me. I haven't really unloaded any damage, but he's PP. We can instantly kill him. So basically, if I camp that thief well enough, we win the game. Just by the way. No rally, so my players didn't do very well in the team fight. That Phoenix would have been huge, but it got dissipated by something. I don't know what. We're going to stay for the plasma beam here on the Necro, who I'm not the only one targeting, which is brilliant. Big res coming in. It's a stealth res. They need to do some damage. I can't get the FGS up in time. I can't fucking do it. So I need to help him res this. I'm not going to make it. That was really dumb. I was hoping he was a bit higher. That was really dumb. I just threw that mid-fight. I played really badly there. Yeah, these fucking instant reses from the druids. It's just too much, man. Stealth, search, and rescue. It's like... It's insane. Would be fun for ranger players if they could hit more than one druid at some point in the space-time continuum. What? Alright. So, Thief is over here aggressing my Hollow, who's low. He's the person to save. So he's downstate here. It is a Thief, so we can counterburst and rally him. Our Guardian's ignoring it. I'm going to try really, really cheesy. No, we missed it. He's running Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild concerns me because that makes me think he could have Venoms. We are still tracking to him in the Shadow Refuge. So this is really good. There could be a dead Hollow and a dead Thief nearby. I'm using the 4 to pressure them. Here, he just bowed down for a res. We're going to Gale interrupt that. There we go. The Hollow's down. The Thief could be dead here as well. No, we just got attacked. He's not... He is power. Why is he running Thieves Guild then? So we can kill him with those abilities. That's fine. So that's 2 deaths. 3 kills. We win the mid-fight now. We don't take Newt on far. The Hollow's taking Newt. All right, so I guess I'll help them swing the mid-fight. Who's on node? They're like all dead. They're all on respawn, man. We can push this. Thanks so much for the donation. I can't read that right now because I'm in a game. But remind me after that game. That's a huge fucking donation as well. So yeah, mid-fight's already won. I knew I didn't need to contribute to that. I'm watching their respawns because I want to get this Thief. See? So now we just instantly blow him up. It's basically a 4v5. Now that we've got our feet established in the game a little bit, I can just do that again in a second. We have double cap and Newt. We're going to massively snowball beyond them now, as long as they don't give close free cap, which it looks like they're going to. I'm not going to rotate into that because that's a ranger anyway. We can take this edge of the map. It's fine. The Thief is raging and just got pissed off with me. So he's here again. He says, what the fuck that. He's a PP Thief. I don't think he quite realizes. Get the lightning flash. This could be really bad right now, by the way. I think we're fine. He might jump us again, in which case we get Big Reflect. He's Shadow Refuge as well, so Big Reflect's there. Okay, so we get the kill again. So every time I do this, if I can contribute to another fight between the spawn camps, we win the game really hard. I'm giving us a free 5 points every now and then. But I do need to contribute elsewhere. So there, us aggressing that forced him to leave. He was a Scourge. He could have taken that warrior if he was playing correctly. I'll burst this guy. This might be a kill. He's going to get angry with us. But we might be able to kill him. If he jumps us, we can go Earth and then... Oh, he was on Hammer. That's fine. I think we can get this. We already dissipated the focus. He's a renewed focus. Didn't he dodge out of that there? This is pretty bad right now. Fuck! The glacial thing. That's bullshit. You've seen me struggle against Guardians so much on this stream when I shouldn't. Also, I'm pretty sure I was out of range of that. We were going for the lightning flash kill. It will still be fine. You've seen two really dumb, idiotic throws from me here so far in this game. Okay, so let's keep going. What's going on at our spawn? I mean, they should have that, right? You're not going to score that kill, are you? How is it even possible that he's got that much health still? He's at S and he's condied. Not too hard. Those offensive condies aren't too bad. Okay, so he's down. Oh, he got... someone's running the core NG build with the grenades. So that guy just rotated off. I can probably just get a decap. I'm not going to take foot... No, I can't get decap. So he got no line of sight, which is beautiful. My... So here, he's still on sword, so we can run that. That's fine. They're surviving on, like, nothing so frequently. I thought I had that dodge as well. In a weird way, Zerk would probably be better to fight the Guardians, because you just get the instant kill every time. So Search and Rescue is up on that. I have faith that the Hollow will be okay. Come on, you have to be okay, because I'm in a shit position and I'm making such a misplay here. Oh my god. They're not going to get it. That's my fault. I just threw that fight. I should have shot or get off the pot. I didn't have lightning flash to get back up the thing, and I had nothing that could really hit that. I can't believe this game's as close as it is. So, PP Thief, easy kill. We're going to just Gale blink forward and kill him. We'll leave his body there and we'll take the decap here. And we should be okay. He's raging at me in chat again. We'll take the reflect so he kills himself with his own auto attacks. This should be a very comfortable win. I really believe it should be. Okay. So who's this pushing? Necro. This is really good for me right now. I've got a really good opportunity here. Necro's not even looking at me. NA during these hours is an interesting experience. Let me tell you that. Feels like a lot of the similar kind of builds that we were seeing earlier as well. Oh, how did I fall from that? I gave them Nuke for free. That was really bad. Honestly, you've been seeing me as a bronze tier player here. So we've got the reflect on the PP Thief. We don't have... Oh, we never got the kill. That's frustrating. We didn't have reflects or plasma beam. So I really don't want to rotate into that. I want to finish this low thief off. If the thief is still angry with me, this could be really bad. He is still angry with me. All right, that's fine then. We'll have to take this. We're going earth. We're line of sighting. And we're using that long protection to keep ourselves alive. I've got the hollow on me as well. Where's my team? Do I have a team? We're reflecting his shit. He already wasted his net turret, so he can't catch me. Thief's going to come in very quickly. We need to swells and like hide with these basically for a minute. That's fine. I don't know whether we can get away from this too comfortably. I think they over-rotated to that node. We've got 2 cap though, so that's okay. I had 3 of their team sort of chasing me there. That was also kind of nice because it meant I could logically and comfortably not rotate into the Guardian, who I'm not confident with. So we'll take an Obsi Flesh res here if I don't rotate through. Why do I do this on streams? I can't do anything anymore. That's too much. Even with the Druid Wall there. It's far too much. So Thief is on me again. If he blinks forwards, we can... What is this? What is the Thieves Guild for? There we go. Alright, we'll kill him here. No, we won't. He dodged. This is really bad now. I'm out of cooldowns. Not sure what I can do except use FGS3 to evade. So we still have him line of sighted. He might come in. We're watching for the evade if he does. There it is. I messed it up. I got clicked. Oh, no. It's all right. We got swells. I don't think he has actually got anything that can get me through the swells right now. So as soon as swells end, we reflect. We kill him. He wasted his Shadow Refuge as well. I need to contribute to the rest of the fight now.
I feel furious.
Killing a Thief horny for me, but not doing anything during his respawns is bad. Come on, I'm not getting any of this stuff. Don't know when that guy died there. Oh, look at this. This is Guardian 101. My team's not noticed that this has happened. Double down. Ellie will lose every double down ever, especially with my current positioning with the symbol. It's going to really fuck me up when he drops it. So that's when I'm going to move away. But they need to actually res me in the meantime. Okay, they got that down. That's fine. Nope, they didn't res me. The PP Thief respawned and rallied him. Oh, he didn't even rally. What? How didn't the Guardian rally? That's strange. I don't understand how he rallied. All right. So Thief... no, this is Hollow. I'm okay rotating into a Hollow. They're fairly comfortable for me. Really deadly game. It's an over-rotation from me. He's scoring kills, though, which is quite hilarious. I don't understand what's going on here with these.
I feel furious.
So we can get that. Now he's dead. They got the rally already. Thief is on me again. Don't particularly have too much right now. Being here doesn't even help me because he's all range. This is fine. This is fine. We're going to win this game. I'll play one more because this didn't feel like I really made any plays that swung it in any kind of favorable way. I could take Newt. Oh my god, perfect. Scourge going away from his... What? The hedge? Oh, I should have known. The Scourge moving away so that I can pick him off on his own is like really nice for me. Because all I have to do is just blink past that. Gale. We don't have Plasma Beam up. I'm going to use Obsi Flesh and stuff now. We'll see what he does. We got through his trait, which is the first really important thing. I'm concerned of getting plussed here, so we're going to immob. We'll drop this. Without Ether Renewal, we got to be really careful. So here's the Plasma Beam for the kill.
Not enough energy.
Depends, though. Depends. Oh, I didn't get my lightning beam up. So we take cleanse with Phoenix there. We win anyway. I've been playing badly against Scourges on this stream. The games that we did at the start, I was playing badly against them. We'll do one more game. At least it was a win. I'm getting so much rating right now as well. It's really weird. Yeah, I'm playing badly against those Scourges. Maybe I should go back to Ether Renewal. Because that would have unlocked more aggression for me, and I could have got the kill quicker because I could have cleansed. I was really scared of weakness from that guy, but I don't think he was running it. I think that Necro might have actually been on Scepter, goddamn, damage trait instead of the weakness trait, which is sort of insane. Why is it you never see revs in PvP? There are a couple, especially since the brutality change. So there's a new rev trait. I think they're running brutality. I don't know, actually. Or just general power increases in the sword for them. But renegades, you're really not going to see many. I believe it's because... I don't know for sure. Isn't it people are basically saying Hollow kind of took Rev's role at the moment? Is that what people are saying? Was it Hollow? Scourges are your favorite enemy while playing as the Deadeye? For sure, man, yeah. Are you thinking about opening a squad up when roaming alone, or do you want more of a single-player experience as you roam through this playthrough? It depends. If the squads get too big and it just crowds the screen out, it will be really boring and shit, and I don't want to do that. I want an act... Because a lot of the story is in the open world, and just seeing it with hundreds of other people, that would ruin the footage. I know people want to play with me, but that would be so shit. The way I view it is these series, they go up forever, right? And your bit of enjoyment from getting to spam around in a Zerg, I don't think sort of counteracts that. So I want it to look good. I will do squads and stuff for a while, though. If the numbers aren't too high... If there's just a few people around, if we spread out a bit, you know, if it just makes the game look good, I think that's fine. But running around as a giant Zerg, dragging frames down, having no perspective for how the fights feel in the open world, like versus our actual contribution, scaling events too much, all of that stuff, I actually think is hideous. I don't think it's good at all, not as a production, from a production standpoint. It's sort of what Guild Wars 2 lives and breathes on, but I'm not interested in doing that. What's this? What's this guy pinged me? Brutal momentum? What class is this? While at full endurance, increase your chance to crit. 33% crit strike. What class gets this? Yeah, that does seem like that would be... What's the 8-second ICD? Oh, on the Vigor. Right. Interesting. Yeah, we'll do one more. Only because I don't feel like I really... It was a bit of a boring game, because... The only person we killed was a thief. We didn't make much opportunity. Oh, yeah, donation. Right, what was that? What was that? Emya Son, £50. What's going on? I've been meaning to donate for ages, but I didn't have the funds. Then I had them, but I lost my wallet, of all things. Really? Ouch. It reappeared, though, obviously. I'm glad. I've loved your videos, and then I found your streams and learned so much from them. Keep it up. Thank you, man. That's really sweet of you. Thank you very, very, very much. Oh, it's a renegade skill, is it? Oh, I see. Is it a minor? Is it a minor in the renegade line? Thank you so much, I am so... That's so cool. Guys, you've been all really, really generous today. You really have. Thank you very, very, very much. Honestly, look at that. That's insane. Let me just read everyone's name out again. Amasion, Travelog, Halish26, Uludus, JMC334, Elacora, Tag Me, CVBCS, Selhoris, Calic3, Ewendal, Sigma403, Grimjack, and the first one, SCHU Schrabies. I don't know how to say your name, dude, though. Who said I inspire him. Thank you very much, guys. You love a good coffee. You go get some more coffees, Dead Zeta. That's cool, dude. I kind of want to get some more as well. Any specific reason you PvP on NA? It's because most of my game time is NA, so I just queue on NA. It does fuck me, on occasion, I guess, ping-wise, but it's not too bad. And the reason I play on NA is just because I've always played on NA, really. Does your server choice only affect Wild versus Wild? Pretty much, and the entire concept of your server choice and Wild choice is going to be getting revamped soon, as long as the community aligns to the idea of the blog post that the devs put out. You had to make your return to Guild Wars 2 again. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I hope that the Path of Fire stuff inspires some people. I think the War Beast armor has been a good choice so far. How can I best support you, Twitch or Patreon? Well, Twitch takes a huge cut of anything you give me on Twitch, so I'd much rather Patreon, and I can reward you for supporting me over there a bit better as well, hopefully. What is NA ping? Yeah, about 100, 130. Right now we're at 170 because we're streaming as well. But yeah. On builds, like, you really shouldn't play a build like this either with that kind of ping. You should do a stream on every single JP. I have covered every single JP in the game. I did a jumping puzzle series for all the core stuff, and the other stuff I've covered as it's been released into the game. Sometimes it's been duo stuff, sometimes it's been on my own, sometimes it's been background footage, sometimes it's had dedicated videos on it. I've done every JP and videos on every JP. Actually, there might be like one JP somewhere that I've not done. There might be JPs in Path of Fire that I've not done, but the whole concept of jumping puzzles as we know them, the devs never added any no-mount JPs in Path of Fire. They just didn't do it anywhere. So, like, you'll notice that about this expansion. There's not really any kind of that flavor there. Yeah, the new Path of Fire armor sets are good. This is kind of a new armor set, but it's a PvP set rather than Path of Fire. And there could be another one with Episode 2. There could be another one. Yeah, like Chalice of Tears I did. The Giant Tower one in Episode 6 I did a video on. Yeah, it's all been there, man. It's all been there. You can't remember your password. Well, there's nothing stopping you from buying a new account. Link is in the description. ... Alright, so we've got Forest. I like Forest at the moment. I have a lot of fun on Forest. We can practice little jumping puzzle things. So here's one that I learned from Frosty quite recently. Really important. I've never seen anyone on any stream ever do it except this guide that Frosty made. So if you're around here, if you've been pushed off of this node, or if you've just been running from mid and you're trying to do like a big circuit and they're following you, if you make this jump here, you can get into... I think I fucked up. No, I didn't. You can get into here, this little safe space here. So that's a no steal spot in there, right? And you've got 3 exits, okay? In combat, the jumps are a lot harder to do. We get super speed, obviously, to get around it. So you can hide up here. You can leap over to that rock over there as well, by the way. But you can hide in here, and they can't do anything. I can go back the way I came. I can pop out here. Or I can keep going along. I think I fucked this up, actually. I don't really know the collision very well. But you can go, like, all the way... Let's see. How do we do this? I am messing it up. You can come all the way along here and you can come out on this side. Such a good like little jump spot. Such a good kite spot. So if they come around to try and get you from this side of the tree, then you can go back the way you came. You can just... You're safe from projectiles in there. Don't even need swirling winds. The only shit that will hit you is like torch abilities on Scourge. Mark abilities from Scourge will hit you there. From current meta builds, Hollow could hit you with the Shockwave and probably the second pulse on the 3. There's a few things, but not too many. You wonder if the devs tested this spot? Yeah, I mean, I think that stuff's really good. I want the devs to consistently like show people what's important and what's not about the game. So yeah, who's crossing? Druids. See, look, I can't even get the initial burst of 50 there. He already signated, which is hilarious. He might be going mid. I'm just going to remote him and annoy him there. No, he's going back. He's already signated. Who is it on there? It's Warrior. Okay, if my Warrior isn't close, I'll let him take that. That's fine. If my guys are any good, then this is a smart rotation for me to move away from. Druid's getting low. That's good. Now we contribute to the mid fight. So, Scourge. First small burst. I'm watching for the FGS. Warrior res doesn't concern me too much. We come up here. We stunned him as he moves through. We're staying in Earth to get the obstruct when he stops. To get the immob, sorry, when he stops obstructing me. So, there we have that. I'm obviously flesh now. Yeah, I don't know. Ethereal might be alright. Might be alright. So we can rot that. Now we want to go push close again. They can 2v1 that down. Good. We caught the nodes. Our far point jewel won. Our close point jewel is... sustained long enough that I can plus it, which means we just won the entire board, so this is really good. He still doesn't have Signet back up. There's my plus, and that's a trip cap, baby. Now we can take boss. Everyone on my team played perfectly there. Everyone. I don't see any mistakes. Nothing. So I dodged for no reason there because I had blind up. Because I play like a monkey on the stream. Really, this is a super slow boss. This build's not actually good for boss at all. You might think, oh, but it's so bursty. There's a few reasons why it's bad, right? Like, if I use my burst to DPS it, I'm vulnerable to getting stolen. I also am extremely squishy. I can actually move it to the wall and FGS kill it, and you can't even see that they're trying to fight it. So here I'm watching for a steal on boss that they might be going for to get their footing back, which you can see the boss is moving right now, so we're going for steal. So we can just anticipate their every move. He's obstructed. So here's the steal now. No, come on. Oh, perfect positioning from the holo. That's his good play, not my bad one. He's low, though, so we can at least pick him off. So they get 25 points now because they have the boss. I rotated through Earth, which is bad. I needed Reflex there. We could rot this body. I'll take the stomp, though, and then go help. I guess I'll plus close again. None of our guys are dead. So what I just did there was I looked at my party to see if anyone was dead. If someone was dead, I'd know a respawn could pick that plus up. I'd rather roam defensive than offensive, though. This is a great node to kite around. Lots of fun, and I kind of want to go there for that reason. But I'll take the warrior here. I also know that their druid might be going back in, so I'd rather do that. And this turns out to be a good rotation because my warrior's losing his 1v1. He's about to go downstate. So it depends. He didn't even pop his first endure. This is fine. As long as that guy doesn't bait full counters into my face, we'll be fine. We can take Obsy Flesh when he comes back in. So Hollow's there. So we can now get the kill on the warrior. We're dodging the shockwave from the Hollow. I don't think it got close enough. Warrior went down again. Didn't he win a fight a second ago? That's Elixir S stomp into rally. So we're full kite mode right now. Because so he didn't make the jump. We have swells to protect us from the NG. A Prime Light Beam would fuck us up. We can kill the warrior now. He's next Elixir S. Endure Pain, sorry. So he's now hitting me with the rifle. I have to get down. And we have to flee. I really want that. The Necro's rotating in. I just want to get a combat break. This is good because I baited the warrior away from the Necro. So Necro can dunk Hollow 1v1 here. So he got... How the fuck... Why did he get combat break? But I didn't. Okay, so the Necro did dunk the Hollow. So now the Hollow's fleeing. So I can plus this on the road. We're just going to put him in downstate. And then we're going to go out there. It's okay because another guy's rotated in. I guess the far fight completely collapsed. So I don't need to do that now. We could even leave that Hollow down long enough to see if our Necro was going to go down, by the way. And then we could have used him as rally bait. So in a weird way, we could have contributed to the fight back there by rallying.
You've taken the mine.
So here I'm just sort of sitting around. Boss will be up. There you go. There's the 30-second timer. So here we can take this fight here. Let's just quickly outnumber this. And then, because they're already near boss, so it's fine. This guy was super sustaining. Scourge first. Don't care about the other guy. So there we get some good damage. So his barrier's up and we're waiting for Spectral Armor to leave. Someone's just trying to pressure him through it, so that's a bit annoying, but that's fine. So we can take that down. This guy's holding the node beautifully. Really gross for the enemy team. They just got no opportunities here, no opportunities. Forced to walk into a 1v3 there because their fucking guys are... Actually, they won on far. So they actually have double cap now. I guess our 1v3 wasn't that smart.
Your enemy took the mine.
So we'll see what we've got here. He might just... Oh, here we go. We can steal this.
The chieftain has returned.
Warrior's going to run aggression on me for ages. He's full countering. Why would I ever attack you? I'm obviously kiting. So this is actually kind of tricky for me right now. We got it. So that's fine. Now we just need to not die. And then that's a perfect play. Obsy Flesh. Super speed will get us away from him for quite a while here. We need the Immob. That's beautiful. We popped his Endure Pain there. He should be scared of us, right? Rorschach moment where it's like, no, you're locked in here with me. So he shield stance, give himself balance stance, which is really good for him. I can't crit him. He might actually get me again now. So now we have to dodge away. We go for the same Immob play. We pressure him down. This is the kill.
They took the
missed it. Dodge back. Plasma beam. Okay, we got him. That was really cool. That was a fun fight. I really enjoyed that. So he's down. And then we go back to mid. Just to reinforce on any respawns. We're also watching quite closely this warrior. This warrior, if he actually wants to win the game, he just sits there now. So Hollow went in. I'm going to go that way instead. So we take that. That's easy. They've zerged away from mids. I don't like the way that they're moving here. I would be so much more conservative on this game. Just because we have a huge lead, I would just be, like, really conservative. It feels like a 4v5. I haven't got to do any cool jumping puzzles. Let's go have some fun. I mean, I've got so little time to try and pull this off. Here we go. I can't do it! No! Why? What is going on? Come on, man! There we go. 1, 2, 3.
You've seized the hen.
4, baby. We're up. It counts. It counts. Oh, we never got all the way up.
Victorious.
All right. Well, there we go. So there you go. I guess I'll leave it there. I won't ruin the good feelies we got from those 2 games there. As always, you win, and then it's like, oh, I want to do another. One more. Yeah, not really a close game, but there you go. All right, well, there you go, guys. That's a little bit of Conquest. That's a little bit of the Path of Fire stuff. I hope you enjoyed. As I said, tomorrow I'll be back. Same time, we'll be doing probably a PvP game to start, and then we'll do the Path of Fire stuff, and then we'll end it out as well. I'm going to sort out my reshade, probably sort out some other IRL-related things, and then yeah, hopefully we'll be ready for it tomorrow. Should be very good. How do you instantly open chest? You just right-click it. You right-click it. I had a donation during that game, by the way. The Big White Shogun. I did see that, dude. He says, so what's with the Daybreak story video? Kidding, of course. As promised, 3 quid should be enough for 2 bags of jacket potatoes, right? Maybe, actually. It depends where you're getting them from, I guess. Thanks, dude. Maybe I should spend your £3 there to get some more potatoes and draw on them. What do you think about that? That might be cool. I'll do the coffee tato or something. But yeah, I guess basically we're going to do the story and we'll do the Daybreak one after the POF story. That's the idea. Okay. So, yeah, we'll do it that way. Thanks, everybody. Let's see. Should we host someone? Let's host a total new person, shall we? Let's see what we've got. I don't know how much viewership tanked the second we went to Heart of the Mist, but let's see what we've got. Actually, I won't host a nobody. I'll host Frostball because I tried to the other day, but he was like drunk and then logging out. He's still live, so we'll do that there. He's been live for a while, so I'm kind of concerned he might stop, but then he'll move you on to another PvP or something. If you want to see some good gameplay, if you want to hear some stuff, ask him questions, and he'll teach you things about the game. It should be lots of fun. I'll see you guys over there. Thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Again, same time. Oh, boom. It just ticked to 7 o'clock, which is usually when I want to stop. Literally, within like 2... I haven't looked at the clock once during this stream, and somehow we've timed that perfectly to end at the normal time. That's really weird. Anyway, there you go. I'll see you guys in a sec. About 100 people left when PvP started. RIP. Wow, that's a bit of a shame.